Hello, welcome back to Bottom. My name is Beast, and today we're back with I don't know why I suddenly went with that. Hello, welcome back to the Wild Hunt, and I don't know why I started the fucking. Why did I start the intro over? We're back with IroSekai. There we fucking go. Did you know that talking is hard? Anyways, whoever's talking, please repeat yourself.
ねえ、キサラギちゃん、言霊ってあるじゃない？
One particular gay. Gay? One particular day. This girl had called me here after class, leaning close and whispered that question into my ear. We were in a classroom, sunlight bathing the room orange.
言霊？それって何？
Cocked my head to the side, unable to understand what my friend was talking about.
知らない？人間の口から出る言葉には魂がこもってるっていうお話だよ。
Who the fuck is this?
言葉には魂が。それって言葉の一つ一つが生きてるってことなの？
My classmate nodded in affirmation, the corners of her lips curved upward ever so slightly. In retrospect, this was when her odd behavior first began.
うん。言葉は生きてる。ある有名な神様が言っていたの。この世にありしものはまず言葉から始まり言葉に終わる。だから言葉を話せる人間が生き物の頂点にいるのは当然なんだって。
You're supposed to be an elementary student. Shut the fuck up.
そうなんだ。
Still didn't understand what she was trying to tell me. Knew what the words themselves meant, but the overall message still eluded me.
私ね、きっと選ばれたんだ。神様に。神様に選ばれた？
Oh.
そうだよ。だから喜んでよ、キサラギちゃん。もう誰も私にひどいことできなくなっちゃったんだよ。
After that, the girl turned to a cowering shadow behind her.
ちょっと、それ何やってるの？
I squinted. For a bit of context, we need to go back a bit. This girl's name is Tanzaki Toru. She was an outcast in our class and a frequent target of particularly nasty bullying. She was hated by our peers. Day in, day out, they tormented her. Worst of all was the fact that she had no allies. Nobody was willing to stand up for her.
キサラギちゃんも知ってるよね。私たちにひどいことをしてたのはみんなじゃない。先生なんだよ。
Our class teacher was an awful person whom we hated. He had a secret list that he kept hidden from the parents and other faculties, wherein the kids from our class were ranked based on how well he liked them. Those unfortunate enough to be near the bottom of it were... No, can't say it. You don't ever want to recall that. All that needed to be known was that this teacher had an abnormal vehement hatred of children, and he was the teacher of our class. Jesus fucking Christ.
みんなが私にひどいことしてたのは先生の言うこと聞かないと自分が私の代わりに最下位にされちゃうから。私はなんでだか先生に嫌われて目の敵にされてるみたいで、先生にはたくさん嫌なことをされたけど、この前はククを全部暗記できるまでお家に返してくれなかった。私は覚えが悪い子だからって。放課後みんなが帰った後、先生の前で1の段から9の段までずっと繰り返し言わされてた。ちょっとでも間違えたらまた最初から、少しでも詰まったらまた最初から。それでも先生は絶対お家に返してくれないの。どうしていつも私だけ。
How the
私
fuck
よ
does
り
this
も
teacher
覚える
still
のが
have his
遅い
job?
子なんてたくさんいたのに。
With the knowledge I had of some of the disgusting things this teacher had done to her, I knew that this incident was her being let off
み
lightly.
んなが私をいじめたくもないのにいじめるのは、先生の嫌いな私に優しくして、私みたいに先生に嫌われたくないから。誰も私の代わりになんかなりたくないよね。みんなは先生の機嫌を取ろうとしてたんだと思う。でも本当に悪いのはただ一人だよね。
She had told me to meet her in the classroom after school. In that room, stood Toru, I, and a third, one other. It was a homeroom teacher. It was curled up at Toru's feet, murmuring something over and over again. It was the times tables.
トールちゃん、先生に何したの？言霊ってあるじゃない？
She repeated that thing that she'd mentioned earlier.
私ね、神様みたいにね、言葉の力を使いこなせるようになったんだよ。
Oh no, she has a book.
すごいでしょ？
Saying that, she took out a single book. It looked ancient. Strangely enough, the book didn't seem to have an author's name or any sort of title written on the cover.
本の中に住んでる人が私に力をくれたんだ。どういうこと？本の中の人？言葉の力を使いこなせるって？言葉の力で先生に九九を絶対に9の段の最後の問題で間違えちゃうように命令したの。そして間違えたらまた最初から九九を唱えるの。制限時間までにちゃんと間違わずに九九を言えないと先生ひどいことになっちゃうかもね。ひどいことって？息ができなくなって大変なことになっちゃうかも。そういうことを言霊の力で私誰にでも命令できるようになっちゃったんだよ。ね、そうだよね、先生。さっきは急に息ができなくなって怖かったよね。
The teacher was shaking, his face pale. 9 times 7 is 69, 63, and 9 times 8 is 72, 9 times 9 is 88. Whoops, he'd gotten it wrong, which meant back to the beginning. I hated him. I hated our teacher just as much as she did, even though I'd wished death upon him countless times in my mind, although I didn't understand what Toru meant by this mythical power of gods and the gods she'd been chosen by. Even then, I just couldn't bring myself to approve of this.
こんなのひどいよ。どうしてひどいの？わからない。意味がわからないよ、如月ちゃん。それはそうだけど、でも嫌なことを嫌なことで返すなんて。
Toru, I knew, wouldn't do something like this. She and I were friends. I'd always admired her for her bravery. Even in the face of constant bullying from both the teacher and the other students, she still came to school every day. But this was just... おかしいよ。 I wanted her to stop.
そう。やっぱり、そうなんだ。如月ちゃんも、こいつらの仲間だったんだ。どうしてそんなことに如月ちゃんなら、私の仕返しを一緒になって喜んでくれると思ってたのに。それなのに私じゃなくて先生の肩を持つんだ。違うよ、そんなんじゃない。私とても嬉しかったんだよ、如月ちゃん。如月ちゃんだけだよ。先生を怖がらないで私に優しくしてくれたの。私のことをお友達だってそう言ってくれたの。私とても嬉しかったんだよ、如月ちゃん。ありがとう。ありがとう、如月ちゃん。でもどうして肝心なところで私の味方をしてくれないの？たった一人のお友達だと思っていたのに。ひどい。如月ちゃんは 私の心を裏切るんだ。違うよ、トールちゃん。それじゃあ如月ちゃんも一緒に見てようよ。先生が苦しくなってぜいぜい言うところ、きっと楽しいって思うよ。どうするの、如月ちゃん。私の味方になってくれるの？それともみんなと一緒で先生の言うことばかりを聞いちゃう？それはもしも如月ちゃんが私の味方をしてくれないのなら、私如月ちゃんのお父さんとお母さんにも言葉の力を使って先生みたいになってもらうよ。
So we agree that this twerp needs to slap right now, right?
どうしてそんな。
Tora took out her cell phone.
ごめんね、如月ちゃん。如月ちゃんはもしかしたら私の味方にはなってくれないかもって。だからね、私言葉の力で怖い大人の人を操ってるんだ。その人たちには如月ちゃん家の前で待機してもらってる。もしも如月ちゃんが私の味方になってくれないのなら、
Then I'll give them the final orders using the cell phone she finishes.
如月ちゃんは今日から一人ぼっちになっちゃうかもしれないね。そんな、どういうこと？トールちゃん。私はね、誰よりも強くなっちゃったんだよ、如月ちゃん。今の私に勝てる人なんてどこにもいないの。今学校で噂になってる町外れの魔女にだって私きっと負けないよ。このクラスの誰かが困ったことを魔女に助けてもらったみたいなことを言ってたけれど、今の私だったらそんな魔女にクラスの誰かが力を借りても私絶対に負けないって思うんだ。私は魔女より強い魔法使いになったんだよ。魔法使い？私この力で嫌いな子をみんなやっつけようって思ってるの。私に先生の命令で罰を与えてくれたみんなにお返しするの。トールちゃん、どうするの？ねえ、どうするの、如月ちゃん。如月ちゃんは私の味方？それとも
Darted out of the classroom to go save my mom and dad. So yeah, that kid needs some beatings, apparently. Like, what the fuck? Mia and I had finished eating, and we were now resting to get the food time to digest. So, okay, suddenly back to date night, apparently.
私ね、
Hmm?
こうしてるとなんだか落ち着くみたい。
How was it? Shook her head as she rested on my lap, her eyes narrowing blissfully.
こういうのって多分普通は逆よね。
What is?
膝枕。この前みんなで海に行った時、ユーマ敷島さんにもこうしてたでしょ。
You're watching.
たまたま視界に入ったの。
Oh, okay.
普通は男の子が女の子にしてもらいたいものなんだって
Yeah, like
何
this.
かの雑誌
That
で
girl
読んだような気が
has
するの。
completely lost it.
男
Like,
の子
ah,
の夢
yes.
の一つなんだ。
Fucking, like, first, it's not the kid's fault. The teacher's just an asshole. Suddenly, has a modicum of power. I'm gonna kill everyone, including your parents, if you don't watch me. If you don't join me in watching this man slowly but surely suffocate to death. That's a bit too fucking yikes. Like, you want revenge on someone, beat them to death. Or something like that. Don't do that weird torture shit. Like either one or the other, torture or kill. Not both at once. Both at once a bit much. I don't know where I fucking went with that. Anyways. That sounds kind of old-fashioned, but guess they're not wrong to an extent.
やっぱりそうなんだ。
Yeah, men actually really crave affection, but they just usually don't admit to it. They all probably have times when they just want to relax and let a girl pamper them.
ユーマもそうなの？
Huh?
好きな子に甘えてみたいってそう思う？
Guess that's I do. But you should have said, do you want me to pamper you and not do you want a girl to? It makes me feel kind of sad when you phrase it like that. Her eyes dart around to and fro, her cheeks pinkening. It makes you want to hug her tight. Just lightly touching her head like this isn't enough to quell the raging desire in my chest. But for now, this will do.
いいからどうなの？ユーマも甘えてみたかったりする？
Possibly. But putting that aside, I do like what we're doing right now. I like to be pampered, but I certainly don't mind pampering you either. Both work for me.
そうなんだ。
She lightly traces her fingertips around my leg. It tickles a bit.
私はね、こうしてユーマとくっつけるのが好きみたい。ただ何もせず抱き合うだけでも。それにキスしたりするのも好きみたい。なんだかそれって本当に私がユーマに甘えたいだけみたいに見えちゃうけど。
I don't think it necessarily has to mean that. Hey, Mio. Can I kiss you?
でも後からね。
When's later?
後からは後から。もう少し
Whoops.
このままでいたいの。
Okay. Stroke her hair once again. As I run my fingers through it, the sun bounces off each black strand, giving it a beautiful glossy look. Then I think back to her dream. A dream which for some reason elucidated everything about the girl in my lap situation in great detail. Even though it had to have been a dream, I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that the events within it truly did happen. Anyhow, I'm not quite sure how to go about bringing up this topic to Mio. I've been racking my brains all day long in search of an answer. Do we continue the dream now? Most likely.
おいしい？お弁当久しぶりに作ったんだけど、おいしいかな？
Don't worry, it's good, thanks. I was sitting with a certain boy on the breakwater, eating lunch together. His name was Kawana Yuma. From the looks of it, he appeared to be around the same age as I was. Yuma was silently gobbling up the food I'd made for him. Every now and then, he'd look over to his right and speak to the empty ear as if there were a person there. It had been 1 week since he and I first met. By now, I was well used to these eccentricities of his.
ねえユーマ、今日も私のお話聞いてくれる？
Again? Does that mean you and I spoke yesterday?
そうだよ。ユーマは覚えてないかもしれないけど、もう1週間もずっと私とここでお話ししてるよ。
Really? Yuma, Kanoe Yuma. Truly was a boy of many mysteries. Once the day ended, all of his memories would reset. He would forget who I was, despite the fact that we'd been acquainted for an entire week already. When he first laid eyes upon me each day, he would always say the same thing. Who are you?
最初は冗談だとか意地悪されてるのかと思ったの。でも本当みたいだから。ユーマが今日も明日も明後日もその一日一日が全然違う人なんだってこと。
Quite frankly, it's a fucking gotcha what kind of person you get with this motherfucker. If she introduced him to the to Suzu like 1 day later, maybe he would have been a diligent person at school.
でもね、そんなユーマにだから秘密のお話たくさん聞いてもらえるんだよ。
because I'll just forget about it the next day anyway.
ひどいかもしれないけど、それが私は嬉しいの。忘れてくれた方がいいんだよ。
I think back to the day 1 week ago when I'd first met this odd boy. That day was the day when Toru did something unspeakable to my parents.
私ね、トールちゃんがお父さんとお母さんの2人に先生にしたみたいにひどいことするって言ったから走って帰ったんだ。
Who did what to you, teacher?
ごめんね、ユーマ。その説明はもう何度もしたから、何があったのかは省かせてほしいの。
Okay, I don't need to do anything besides listen, right?
聞いてくれるだけでいいんだよ。
All I needed was someone to talk to. That the overwhelming pain and grief which had been robbing me of my sleep as of late would be easier to bear, even if only ever so slightly. Okay, I'm listening.
ありがとう。ユーマは優しいね。
Oh, I think I'm starting to see where this is going. Somehow the reason why she thinks she's the fake child friend is because whatever happened in that other world somehow, like, got rid of the existence Toru, which also caused all the, you know, all the fatalities that she caused to reset or something. So her parents were alive again, and since her parents were alive, she never met Yuma and talked to her about the trauma, because it sounds like the reason why she met Yuma was because she was essentially just fucking done with life and trying to get away from things, and then just happened upon him, which there would have been no reason to do that if her parents never actually died. Suddenly feel like it's gonna be something like that. What does kind mean?
もうそういうのはいいの。
What did he say? Oh, there you go.
昨日は悲しいって何って私に聞いた。説明する方の気持ちになってよ。難しいよ、そんなの。今は私のお話聞いてよ。お
I
願
was
い。
effectively just talking to myself, but having someone to at least direct my words towards made it so much more comforting. Alright.
お父さん、お母さん、
By the time I'd made it home, it was already clear that I'd arrived too
ト
late.
ールちゃんの言う通り、家には怖い人たちが私を待ってたの。怖い人たち。次は私を黙らせなくちゃいけない。どういうわけか、俺たちはそうしないわけにはいかないんだ。トールちゃんの言霊のせいで私を追いかけてきて。
I ran for dear life. If they caught me, there was only one thing that would happen to me. I'd meet the same fate as my parents.
この防波堤のところまでなんとか逃げてきたんだけど、そこで私捕まりそうになったの。実際に捕まっちゃって、私海の中に放り込まれそうになってた。その時ユーマがそこを通りかかって私を助けてくれたんだよ。怖い大人の人たちは私を海に投げ込もうとしてるところをじーっと何も言わずに見てるユーマにちょっとびっくりして。でも怖い人たちはこいつも海に放り込めって言って全員でユーマを殴ったり蹴ったりしたの。私怖かった。ごめんねユーマ。何もできなくて。だけどね、不思議なの。ユーマは全然怪我をしないの。途中口とかほっぺとかから血が出てるみたいに見えたのに。それでも大人の人が殴るのをやめるとユーマは立ち上がるの。そういうのを何回か繰り返してもやっぱりユーマは怪我をしないで全然無事で。怖い人たちはなんだこいつは化け物だってそう言って、そこで多分近所の人が呼んでくれたんだと思う。警察の人たちがやってきて、きっと 捕まった怖い人たちは牢屋の中にずっと閉じ込められちゃう。あの怖い人たちが悪いんじゃなくて、本当に悪いのはトールちゃんなのに。
I mean, they were still clearly in the business, so.
とにかく、あの一瞬がなかったら、きっと私、今頃はこの海の中だよ。ありがとう。ユーマは私のおじいさんだよ。
That was the story of how he'd saved me. Also, I just realized that there's an unbelievably more fucked up possibility as well, where somehow Toru showed up in the fucking other world and ordered her to forget her parents ever died, so she could be friends with her again, or some bullshit. And since the parents never died, she would have never been chased by the scary people, quote unquote, and would have never met Yuma, so she forgot about Yuma's existence. Though right after the cops arrived, he had mysteriously disappeared. So the next day I decided to wait on the breakwater, and Yuma came by at the exact same time. I wanted to thank him, but I couldn't. That day was when I learned of his odd memory problems. Yuma peered into my face curiously.
別に話してもいいんだよ、ユーマ。変な質問をしないなら。
Oh, okay. He nodded. So I guess I'm allowed to say stuff in between her story. He seemed to be talking to himself. As long as I don't ask weird questions.
おかしい。
Seeing him acting so funny made me feel a bit happier. Yuma truly was mysterious in so many ways. It was as though he was set apart from the rest of us. All laws governing what we considered normal did not apply to him. When I spoke to him, though, I got the sense that he was trying his best little by little, day after day, to regain a working sense of normalcy. Somewhat despite the fact that he lost his memories at the end of each day. It was an enigma, truly and honestly. I have a question. Does that really mean I saved you? Sounds more like I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
いいんだよ。それでもいいの。ユーマは私を助けてくれたの。私はそう思いたいんだよ。
Oh.
それに、ユーマはどんな話を聞いてくれても、明日になったら全部覚えてない。だから、誰にも打ち明けられないこんな話も、誰も信じてなんかくれないだろう。こんな話も、ユーマになら聞いてもらえる。
I didn't need to mask my feelings in front of him.
だから、またお話、聞いてくれる？
Actually, just realized, would his ability to heal also work if, like, he was being drowned or something? You know, just like lack of oxygen, fucking neurons in the brain start dying off because of it. Just heal them. Sure, I guess. I'm not finished eating just yet.
そうだね。明日からなかなか食べ終われないくらいいっぱいいっぱい作ってこないと。
Continue my monologue to get those emotions off my chest.
それからトールちゃんは学校に来なくなった。行方不明になっちゃったんだって。新しくやってきた先生からそう聞いた。街の中でひどい事件が起きたから。だから子供たちの心には刺激が強すぎたのかもしれないって。でもそれは違うよ。だって私のお父さんとお母さんにひどいことした犯人はトールちゃん本人なんだから。私トールちゃんが許せないよ。いつかまたトールちゃんは私にお父さんとお母さんにしたようなことをしにやってくるかもしれない。そうやってまたどこかで会ったその時は 絶対にお父さんとお母さんの仇を取るの。
Yuma forget everything. That's why he couldn't. That's why he could be so upfront about these. That's why I could be so upfront about these despicable feelings hiding inside of me. I knew Yuma would come each day, ask me who I was, and then listen to my story again. I'd cried in front of him so much, and each time he'd console me. Eventually a day came, a day when Yuma said to me, I don't want to forget who I am today. Hearing that, I decided to take him to see the witch who lived on the outskirts of town. The rumored witch to who all the boys in my class always talked about. The one who Toru said she could easily beat.
Yuma のことを助けてくれるよ。
We'd brought along a book that we'd finished reading to offer the witch, as the rumors had specified. Then she saved Yuma. From that day onward, Yuma never once asked me who I was.
ユーマが何も忘れないようになって、ユーマがそれで嬉しいなら、私も嬉しいけど。
However, ever since I'd been spending the majority of his time with the witch, meaning I could no longer talk to him about my situation.
ユーマのバカ。ユーマがいるから、お父さんとお母さんがいなくても、私は寂しくないって思ったのに。
Yuma was having a conversation with the witch, but I was getting bored out of my mind, so I decided to instead explore the old dormitory in which the witch lived. Eventually, I stumbled upon the building's basement. There was an old grandfather clock down there, as well as various other old, peculiar-looking items which I had recognized.
すごい、面白いところ見つけちゃった。後からユーマにも教えてあげなくちゃ。
I rummaged around the area, my curiosity brimming. I spun the hands of the grandfather clock around and around, which eventually caused it to chime, giving me quite the fright. Then, having had my fill of fun, I opened the door to go tell Yuma about it.
何ここ?
Found myself in a rather strange place. It was a town, one that darkly resembled our own Kasatsuguhama. Oh, I think I know what's going on. There's a parallel world with it which is almost identical to Homeworld, and they swapped Mios. It seemed all too familiar to me, but there was some that felt slightly off about it. There was a sign that read Ototsuguhama.
なんて読むんだろう。おとつごはま?
Apart from that, though, everything was what I was used to. For some reason, Yuma didn't exist in this world, but the witch did, and so did my friends and everyone else. On the mountainside, there was a big windmill, and I even saw the lighthouse off in the distance. But while coming home, I was met with surprise.
嘘。こんなの嘘だよ。
Mom and Dad were inside, even though I'd witnessed them dying no more than a week ago. A week or two ago.
嘘。
The biggest surprise of all was something else.
ねえ、誰？あなたは誰なの？お父さん、お母さん。それ、私じゃないよ。偽物だよ。
Parents whom I loved so dearly. They were living peacefully and happily with another me, like nothing had ever happened. What the fuck did they cut out there? Oh, he was fucking me. Okay.
どうしてこんなことになってしまったんだろう。
Put away the letter I had received from my other self. The letter detailed the events that led to her parents' murder and her first encounter with Yuma. Dear Kisaragi Mio, the letter from her had arrived through the cabinet located in the manager's office.
あなたは誰？
Softly, I murmur. Those were the first words I directed towards Yuma upon arriving in this town of Kazatsugahama. I can still vividly recall the look of utter devastation on his face when he heard that.
ごめんね、ユーマ。でも仕方ないや。だって私は。
So yeah, we have swapped meals. After all, this town it wasn't my home. I had to come here through the basement from a town starkly different to this one, but notably different. Ototsugahama. I've been living a peaceful, happy life there with my mom and dad, till one day I met my other self, the other Kisaragi Mio.
聞いて、私はカタツガ浜からやってきたキサラギミオなの。
The other me explained somewhat excitedly.
知ってる？大きな大きなお屋敷の衣装ダンスから異世界を行き来できる古い物語。クラスの男子がそんな噂してたもの。全然信じてなかったけど、それは本当だったんだよ。
So that does also raise the possibility that there is another version of this, of Homeworld, with Yuma still being there, which that Yuma is the one that Kana met as a kid.
だからここでは私のお父さんとお母さんはまだ生きてるの。そうだよ、きっとそうだよ。ここは天国だとかそういう場所じゃなくて、私の場所とはよく似てるけど違う場所、そういうことなんだよ。
She traveled here from another world, from a town that was almost identical to this one, but still different. It sounded completely fictional. I didn't want to believe any of this nonsensical story she was trying to sell me.
私たちこんなに似てるんだよ。鏡を見てるみたい。おかしいよ。世の中には自分に似た人が3人はいるって聞いたことがあるけど、でもこれってそんなレベルの話じゃないよ。
That at least I could agree to. Was the only bit of what this other me was saying that seemed to hold any water.
お願い。
My mirror image was staring into my
お
eyes.
願いがあるの。私の場所ではお父さんもお母さんも死んじゃって、私は一人ずっと寂しかった。だから少しの間でいいの。私お父さんとお母さんと一緒に暮らしたい。1ヶ月、1週間でいいの。その間だけ私と入れ替わってよ。
Her face was exactly the same as my own. That was what caused me to cave in and accept her request. I was scared. Could have sworn that her eyes were bloodshot. If I refused her, then what would happen to me? Overcome with trepidation, I nodded and accepted the other me's request. I reminded her, though, only 1 week. Once that time period was up, it would switch back no matter what.
ありがとう。ありがとう。私じゃない私。本当にありがとう。
She clasped her hands. She clasped my hands, tears streaming down her cheeks. Seeing that, I thought that maybe I'd done a good deed. But Homeworld Mio was a rat!
ねえ、私1週間なんてもうとっくに過ぎちゃってるよ。
I stowed the letter away in the drawer, having just finished rereading it. It was the first letter she'd ever sent me. We decided to exchange these letters so I could keep track of the situation over there with her. I've read those letters from her and reread them again and again and again so that I can better understand her. Several years have now passed since then.
まだ私は私との入れ替わりをやめてくれない？
Please, just a little longer. I only need a bit more time. Every time I would ask, she'd respond like so, postponing it longer and longer. When I came to the manager of the store and explained to him my situation, he believed it without a single question asked. He also promised to help me get back to the place where I belonged, but I soon learned that it wouldn't be as easy as I thought.
ごめんね。あちら側にも僕じゃない僕がいるらしくって。 どうやらその僕が
Hold on.
もう一人の君に力を貸してるらしいんだ。こちらから地下室を通じて向こうの町には行けなくなってしまってる。扉に鍵をかけられたんだ。
How the fuck are they doing world travel then? What the fuck?
できるのは手紙を送ることとその返事を受け取るくらいだ。ここのタンスは勝手に使ってもいいよ。新しい手紙が届けば君の家に送付しよう。それとこのことは周りの人たちには秘密にしておいた方がいいだろうね。無意味に混乱をばらまく必要もない。いつか無事に帰れることを祈ってるよ。
どうしよう。私にお父さんとお母さんを取られてしまった。
I wrote a letter to her again that day.
お父さん、お母さん、気づいて。その子は偽物。私はここだよ。ここにいるんだよ。
Despite knowing full well that it wouldn't reach them, I continued to write. Save me. I want to go home. He's not your daughter, I am.
私に二人を返して。ここは寂しいよ。家には誰もいなくて寂しいよ。
When likely the other me would just crumple this letter up upon its arrival. It would never reach my parents. Even so, the other me did write letters back on occasion. At first we exchanged letters in which we would detail the difference between our respective towns so that we could better adapt to life there. Now, however, all she'd write about was her life there and how great it all was. As if this was never a temporary arrangement to begin with.
そういえば、ユーマは元気？私が幼馴染を宣言した男の子。
Just her, she just, as she reads this, she just decides, oh, as she just reads this in like the past letter, she just decides, oh yeah, I've got something to fucking tell her about this now. Hey yo, remember that childhood friend of yours that you goddamn left here after taking my parents from me? I fucked him. It's just like, okay, what the fuck? She's just over there reading it like, holy shit, what? I was not expecting this.
こっちにはお父さんとお母さんはいるけれど、不思議だね。代わりにユーマはどこにもいないの。
As time went on, she began to write more frequently of him.
結局、幼馴染の宣言は嘘になっちゃった。私を助けてくれたユーマと話せないのは少しだけ寂しいよ。
Crumpled up the letter.
お願い、答えて。どうしたら交換をやめてくれるの？
Pleaded with her for an answer after time. Eventually, she responded as follows.
トールちゃん、こちら側ではとてもいい子だね。親友になっちゃったんだよ、私たち。だけど、そっち側のトールちゃんは嫌いだよ。絶対に許せない。だから、あなたが私の代わりにトールちゃんをやっつけて。そうしてくれたら入れ替わりやめるから。そんな、どうしたらいいの？そんな怖い子、私がやっつけられるわけないよ。
Every time I would receive a letter from the other me, my heart would sink into a deep, dark pit of despair. When I first met him, I asked him who he was.
魔女も管理人さんも学校の友達もみんなあの町と同じなのに。それなのに私の言う通り、私が生まれたあの場所にはユーマ、あなただけはどこにもいなかったんだよ。
So I assume they're gonna cut the route soon based on what I've heard, and the entire Mio 2.0 situation is gonna be in the fan disc or something. At least that's what I assume currently. Hence why I didn't recognize it.
私は ユーマの幼馴染なんかじゃないんだよ。
The ring I received at the summer festival I went to with Yuma seems to glimmer as it hangs from my neck. She and I are now on our way back from the beach. It's funny how we came to the beach, yet barely swam at all.
そうね。でも私は楽しかった。
As long as she enjoyed herself, that's all that matters to me.
ちょっと恥ずかしいこと言ってもいい？ユーマと一緒だとね、なんだかふんわりするの。
Fuzzy.
いろいろたくさん考えて胸の中がキリキリ痛くなってても、ユーマが隣で笑ってくれると
Oops. She grins and looks up at me.
心の中があったかくなるの。ふんわりするの。
After that, she extends her left hand towards me, inviting me to take it. I do just that and entwine my fingers with hers.
だから今日はとっても楽しかった。
Oh yeah? Hearing that is melt too. Just hope it doesn't look as stiff and awkward as I fear it does.
ユーマ
Yeah?
大好き。
I can't. Her words hit me like a sucker punch. My brain is slowly shut down along with the rest of my
ずっ
body.
とずっと大好きだった。小さな頃からずっと。
Really?
ユーマはね、なんだか私にとって特別だったの。
I suddenly feel like this is the replaced Mio. This is not the Mio we know. How special.
そう。私と私で
Or
生
not.
活を交換した先のこの
It's
街
that
で
kind of special.
私は一人になったような気がしてた。知ってるはずのお友達もどこか違うの。
I just assumed that fucking other Mio just got fed up and was like, you know what, I want that boy. Time to go over there, and she just assumed that Otherworld Mio just acted as if she never forgot him after a certain point. And that's why special because, oh, you listened to me all those times, and then I brought you the witch, and he's like, hey, hold on, you're not supposed to know that. But alas, I was wrong. I kind of expected that turn of events, but nah, not that kind of special that you meant.
私の知らない私との昨日、もしくはずっと昔のことについてみんな笑顔で話すの。そういうのがすごく怖かった。みんながみんな私を知っているのに、本当は誰も私を知らないの。なんだか一人ぼっちになったみたいで怖かった。でもね、ユーマだけがみんなとは少し違った。
So,
ユーマはみんなと一緒で幼馴染を宣言するとか、空と海とが混じり合う場所だとか。でもね、私はユーマのことを全然知らなかったの。私には幼馴染なんかいなかった。それなのに私には加納上ユーマという幼馴染がいて。
so that's why you asked me who I was when we first walked through the door.
とにかくね、そんなユーマがどうしてかな、あの時の私には自分と同じで一人ぼっちに見えたの。
So, also, we need to keep count, so we need to smack Toru upside the fucking head multiple times, so repeatedly with particularly strong force, and we need to smack Homeworld Mio upside the head a few times as well.
ユーマと一緒にいると安心した。一人ぼっちは私だけじゃないんだって。一 一人で寂しい私の気持ちを理解してくれるのはユーマだけだって思いたかったの。私にはこの世界の中でユーマしか頼れる人はいないように思えて、だからユーマに私のことが必要だと思ってもらえるように、私なりにたくさん頑張った。ユーマに私がしてたみたいに、私もお弁当を作っていけるタイミングをずっと探してた。ちょっと口うるさいかもしれないけれど、いつか絶対分かってくれると思って。勉強頑張って、日常生活もっとしっかりしてって。そんな大きなお世話も焼いたりしたけど、でもおかしいよね。そうすればそうするほど、頑張れば頑張るほど、なんだか少しずつユーマとは心がすれ違っていくような気がして、焦って不安で悲しくて、そんな気持ちが降り積もっていって、毎日そんな気持ちでいると、なんだかますます一人になっていくみたいな。家に帰って一人になると、もうどうしようもなく悲しくなって、どうしたらユーマが私を大切だって思ってくれるのか、そればかりを考えて。だからもしかしたらね、ユーマ、きっと私はあの頃から少しずつユーマのことが好きになってたんだと思う。きっかけは助けてほしい、一人じゃないって思わせてほしいっていう気持ちかもしれないけど、でも私はユーマに振り向いてほしくて必死だった。
Her love for me came from such a piercing loneliness. I almost can't bear knowing that.
水平線。
Softly mumbles that under her breath, huh?
私はね、幼馴染と両親と交換したの。だからもう私にはお父さんとお母さんと暮らした日々は帰ってこない。それが私にとっての空と海とが交わる場所で、どんなに頑張って追いかけても追いつけない、そんな場所だから、あっちに帰るのはもう諦めた。たどり着けないものを必死になって求めていても意味がないから。でもそんな気持ちとは裏腹に、やっぱり寂しい気持ちは嘘にできない。
Fucking Fandis comes around. Shit happens. Mio tries to, Homeworld Mio tries to come back to Homeworld and replace Otherworld Mio. And MC just goes like, you know what? And she just like tries to get the MC to side with her by playing the, well, I'm your actual child friend or friend, so I'm clearly more important. And he just fucking lays down like, sorry to say this, but a fucking week isn't much compared to like, oh, I don't know, multiple fucking years?
もう1秒でもあの家にはいたくなかった。小さな頃は母方の優しいおじいちゃんとおばあちゃんが一緒に住んでいてくれて、私の面倒を見てくれてたけど、でも2人とも亡くなっちゃった。おじいちゃんは私が初等部高学年くらいの時に、おばあちゃんだからもうあの家には誰もいない。目をつむると蘇ってくるの、お父さんとお母さんとの思い出が。
She casts her gaze downwards.
私がやってきた場所と全く同じ作りのあの家の中にいると。
She casts her gaze downward, speaking in such a hushed tone that it's almost carried away by the breeze. Some old friends of her parents graciously took legal guardianship of her and helped her with various aspects of living.
お
However,
じいちゃんたち以外に親戚もいない私はずっと誰もいない家の中でたった一人で生活していかなくちゃいけなくて。
partly why she likes plushies so much, because like having plushies for company is better than having a completely fucking empty house.
それが耐えられなかったの。寂しい、会いたい、帰りたい。一人でいるとそればっかりを思い出して
So that's why, whoops. So,
夜も眠れなくなる。
so that's why you moved to our dorm.
うん。あそこにはユーマがいるから、私にとっての特別なユーマがあそこで生活できれば寂しくないって思ったの。あの学生寮で生活できるなら。本当はもっと早くにこうしたかった。でもきっかけがなかった。素直にあそこに住まわせてってどうしてか言えなかった。そんな時あのメイドがやってきたから。
Whole situation with me and her made it easier for you to ask.
うん、かもしれない。私もあの子の勢いに乗っかってやろうと思ったの。
Can I ask you something, Mio? If what I saw in my dream was true, then you received a letter from that other version of yourself, the other Kisaragi Mio, in which she explained what you'd need to do for them to agree to switch back with you.
うん、もらった。
Did you ever find the person that the other you wants you to get rid of?
うん、まだ。でも居場所を見つけたからといって私にはどうしようもできないよ。それに怖かった。
What's that?
昔あの子を神崎徹をいじめてたらしい子たちがどんどん行方不明になったり原因不明の事故とかに巻き込まれて次々に大変なことになっていくの。きっとあの頃からずっと今もまだ行方不明なままの神崎徹が嫌いないじめっ子たちを少しずつじわじわ追い詰めていって復讐しているんだって。だからいつ私の番が来るのかそれを考えると怖かった。私は神崎徹の言うことを聞かないで恨まれてるみたいだったし。
And you're supposed to hunt down this Kanzaki Toru, whom you bear no resentment towards, and enact this other Mio's revenge for her. And if you don't, then she won't switch back with you and you'll never see your parents again. It's awful. How are you supposed to report this to her in the case that you succeeded with enacting her revenge or whatever? Through a letter?
そういうことになってる。
Well, can't you just lie and say you got rid of Kanzaki Toru as promised?
ダメ。
Why not?
もう嘘は嫌なの。この場所では存在自体が嘘まみれな私だから、これ以上の嘘を重ねたくない。それにそんな嘘をついて私がこっちへ戻ってきても復讐されるべき人間はちゃんと無事に生きてる。
Let her be devastated. I have no fucking sympathy for homeworld Mio.
あの子は悲しむ。
Can't help but think that she shouldn't be concerning herself with the other Mio's well-being, especially not after all that's happened. Well, actually, I suppose it does make a bit of sense considering they are essentially the same person. Hey, Mio. Remember the day I helped you move on into the dorm? If memory serves me, not that it usually does, but I think you said something about it being a problem that you had to solve by yourself, right? It's a problem first. I don't think this is a problem you can solve alone, though. I'm not blaming you for this in any way, shape, or form. But still, why didn't you come and talk to me about this sooner?
ごめん。本当のことを話したらユーマに 嫌われると思ったの。
Me, hate you.
だって私はユーマの幼馴染じゃなくて、そもそも何もかもがユーマの知ってる私とは違う別人で。
He virtually has no actual attachment to the real Mio since he's known her for all of a few fucking days apparently. So yeah.
そんなのを知ったらユーマは私を嫌いになるんじゃないかって、そう思った嘘つきな私をユーマは嫌いになっちゃうって。私ユーマにだけは嫌われたくなかった。
Yeah, we do know the whole I hate lies and liars is very much self-projected.
もしもユーマに嫌われちゃったら、私は本当にこの世界で一人きりになっちゃう。それが怖くて怖くて嫌だった。
See, I'm not pondering deeply upon what you just said. Just a single lie and she'd be freed from this hell. In which case, is there not a way that I can save her heart and eradicate her deep-rooted fear of lying?
とにかくね、
Yeah?
きっかけはどうあれ、私はあなたに振り向いてもらいたいってばかり思ってて、なんだかそれがとても悔しいの。
What's that?
だって
She purses her lips.
私ばっかりがユーマを好きなんておかしい。go ahead.
You're blaming that on me? I half grin at her.
だからユーマが大好きっていう気持ちなんか自分で完璧に無視しようと頑張ってたんだけど、でも悔しいけどダメだった。キスの練習なんてとこ見られちゃうし。
Yeah, that was downright adorable.
バカ。
Thud. Ow. He jabbed me in the side. A bit little gentler than before.
これまではユーマのこと考えるとイライラすることも多かったのに、
Huh?
今はユーマといると嬉しいことばかり。すごい変化。
Wait, back up. You got mad at me? Like, how mad are we talking here? That's a pretty heavy bombshell you just dropped there.
だって可愛い女の子にはデレデレするし、
You thought I was flirting with them?
特にどこかのメイドとかにはひどい。鼻の下が伸びてるどころの話じゃない。
I didn't do it consciously.
そう
She cocks her head with a grin. I swear from the bottom of my heart that I'd never let her lose that smile
と
again.
にかく今日は楽しかった。ありがとうユーマ。また今日みたいに二人でどこかに行きたいなって思う。ユーマがいいって思ってくれるなら。
I suddenly had a random thought. Fucking Toru shows up at the MC like, oh, you can use the fucking power words to do shit while try talking faster than a bullet! just full on like, try talking faster than a bullet, bitch! I don't know why that suddenly came to mind. You may have magic words, but can you talk faster than I shoot? Fucking bullet velocity, talk that fast. Of course, we could go somewhere beside the beach next time.
別って
Wasn't really think of anything in particular. Why don't we play some dating sims for ideas?
絶対嫌。
Didn't think so. Smile at each other awkwardly. For a while, we simply walk out without saying anything.
ユーマ、
What was it?
ちょっとだけでいいからギュってしていい？
Where's this coming
だ
from?
からそれは
Mio. I stopped my tracks, unable to carry on since she was standing still. What is it? Everything okay? Wait, what are you... She suddenly walks over and embraces me. She holds me tightly, nuzzling her face to my chest.
ユーマ、
Yeah?
もう私 ユーマにだけは絶対に嘘つかないから。
I know.
だから聞いてほしいことがあるの。
What's that?
お父さんとお母さんは私に取られちゃったけど、
Gives my body a light squeeze as she says this.
ユーマだけは絶対に誰にも渡さないから。
Hey, Suzu, got a minute? Dinner's over and everyone is now returning to their rooms. Stop Suzu, she's about to go. There's something I want to talk to you about. Do you have time now?
話って？
I have a job request for you. First step involves finding a certain individual. Would you be willing to take it on for me?
別にいいけど、私は管理人みたいに物探しが専門じゃないからな。その点においては素早い対応を約束できないが、それでも？
Whoops. That's fine. You'll still do a better job than I could.
おう、わかった。弟子に信じられてるっていうのは悪くない気分だ。任されよう。だけど私は高いぞ。ロハじゃ動かない。
I'll pay whatever you're
プロ
asking.
だ。おお、ずいぶんと太っ腹だな。
Also, can I ask you something?
うん。何を？
A while ago, you told me that Mio was popular among the store owners in the shopping district, and that some of them were even asking for her to marry into their family.
ああ。
I also recall you threatening to introduce her to some handsome guy you knew. How much of that was actually true?
ああ、もう分かってるみたいだけど、あれは真っ赤な嘘だから、あんなのは鉄頭鉄尾嘘偽りだ。とまでは言わないけど、ミオちゃんは本当に人気者だからね。とにかく、私が君を差し置いて、誰か他の男をミオちゃんに紹介するわけないだろ。
Alright.
もどかしかったんだ。イライラしたんだよ。
What do you mean?
うん。二人は傍から見てれば付き合ってるの丸分かりなのに、本人たちが全然動こうとしないのがもどかしくてね。ああして背中を押したつもりだったんだけど。
Guess maybe I shouldn't have done that, huh? She says as her lips curve into a slight grin. Nah, I'm glad you did. You helped me realize how important Mio is to me, and I care about her a lot more now, so thank you for that.
おう。素直にお礼を言われるのは想定外だな。ちょっと気恥ずかしいな。やっぱり。
She scratched her cheek nervously, an awkward grin on her face.
君の恋路に私の応援は役に立ったのかな。
You helped me more than just a little.
そっか。
He smiles softly like she's genuinely glad to hear.
まあ、とにかく探してほしいやつの情報をくれないか。詳細でなくてもいい。名前くらいは分かってるんだろ。
Yeah. First, I want you to search for the girl named... Con and I are in the kitchen watching all the dishes from dinner together. Fucking hard. All of a sudden, she stops washing and groans indignantly. What's wrong? You look kind of grumpy. Stomachache?
違います。お腹なんか痛くありません。痛いのはむしろ心の方です。
Why? Your heart hurts?
そうです。
Might want to see a doctor about that. She nods profoundly.
この頃のユーマさんは私にちょっと冷たいような気がしてるんです。いえ、冷たいのは前からですけど、でもその冷たさの中にも以前までは少なからず愛がありました。
What on earth are you babbling on about?
ほら、それですよ、それ。今ので確信が持てちゃいました。そうやって私をかわいそうな子みたいに見る目にも、以前はあんなに温かい何かが含まれていたのに。
Used to look at you like you're some idiot from the very beginning, quite frankly. I'm sorry, what?
それなのにほら、今はただただ冷たいだけです。
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Oh, do you mind passing me the dishwashing soap?
ああ、はい、どうぞどうぞ。地球に優しいエコ的な何かでできてるらしい洗剤です。今日新しく買ってきたんですよ。
Well, alright, it's pretty neat, honestly. I like the idea of an environmentally conscious maid. It's nice, cool, and state-of-the-art. Kudos to you for that.
そうですか？
She scratches the back of her head bashfully.
違う！
She shakes her head back and forth. What's your deal, Miss Connor? You're acting a little unhinged today, and it's concerning me. She begins to sniffle loudly.
ユーマさん、やっぱりちょっと変ですよ。
What do you mean?
だって最近はよく如月さんと2人でお出かけしますよね。
Man freezes in the middle of washing a
そ
plate.
れもなんだか2人してこそこそと。あれってどこに行ってるんですか？
Wow, you're pretty observant, huh?
別にそういうわけじゃないですけど、あれだけこそこそしてたら逆に目立ちますよ。
Yeah, exactly. Saying, oh yeah, we're going grocery shopping real quick, and then leaving out the back fucking door like you got something to hide. That's gonna make people suspicious, alright? What?
2人はバレてないつもりかもしれませんが、皆さんだって知ってます。いつも2人っきりでどこかへお出かけしているの。
Are you serious?
マジですよ。
Alright then. I'll need to proceed with a little more caution in the future.
ユーマさん、
Yeah?
本当に2人で何をしてるんですか？この前なんか朝早くに出かけたと思ったら丸1日帰ってこないし。あれって海に泳ぎに行ってたんですか？洗濯物の中に2人の水着がありましたけど。
Well, we didn't technically swim any, but
けど、何ですか？
I recall the rather inappropriate things we did do at the beach instead of swimming. There's no way I'm telling her about that. Secret.
どうして目をそらすんですか？怪しいです。怪しすぎますよ、ユーマさん。
She purrs her lips and
もしか
pouts.
して、いいえ、もしかしなくても何か2人で変なことしてるんですね。
Why, we're not doing anything wrong. We're a healthy, loving couple. What we did was perfectly normal. That was a perfectly normal thing to do. Well, arguable. You did do it outside. Therefore, I have no need to report it to Kano or anyone else for that matter.
もしかして、ユーマさん、
Her eyes suddenly light up as though she's just had some sort of revelation. What?
浮気ですか？
Ha?
やっぱりそうです。浮気なんですね。
Tears begin to well in her eyes.
だけ考えないようにって思ってましたが、やっぱりそうなんですね。こんなのひどい裏切りです。
Come on, quit shaking your hands around. You're getting soap bubbles everywhere. That's nasty.
私汚くないです。だってユーマさんが相手にしてくれないから私はまだまだ綺麗なままで。
Her cheeks pinked a
ユー
little.
マさんがもしもそうしたいのならそれを今す
She
ぐこ
lifts
こ
up
で
the skim
確
of her
認してみても。
the hem of her skirt a wee bit. Who said I cared about that?
やっぱり冷たいですユーマさん。
You won't even play along with my jokes anymore, she wells as we finish cleaning up the rest of the dishes. So everyone already knows about us. Damn. Thought we'd done a decently good job of hiding it. Not flawless, of course, but at least enough to avoid notice. Perhaps we need to rethink our actions from now on. Maybe not. I think it's about time we come clean and tell them what's going on. If we tell them, maybe they'll even end up helping us arrange and come up with ideas for things we can do together. Right, all we have to do is tell everyone. Tell everyone that we are in fact dating. Well, I guess there's no need to rush. Just find an opportune time and wait. Huh? Suddenly realized something. Where's my ring? The prize that Mio and I had won at the summer festival. I'd been too embarrassed to wear it on my finger, which goes without saying, but I still always carried it with me wherever I went. After all, those rings were special. They had the power to draw us together no matter how far apart we were. Where'd I put it again? Oh, I remember now. I was the first to take a bath today, so I took it out of my pocket and put it on the sink. I should have followed Mio's example and worn it as a necklace. It'd definitely be much harder to lose that way. That opened the door to the changing room. Hi, Mio. Knew it. I freeze, both in body and mind. The room appears to be occupied. Mio stands stuck still in front of me without a single article of clothing covering any inch of her body. I can tell that her anger is already at a fever pitch. She's completely naked, shooting a withering glare at me. This isn't looking too good for me. It's looking good, of course. Very good. Wait, no, this isn't time for that. Hey there. There's a hand in greeting. Yes, that wasn't the correct option. Sorry. I try to smile suavely at her like the young, ambitious male idol with a cute feminine image who very clearly holds the lowest spot of on the pecking order within this group. That didn't seem to work either. But I'm very sorry. It offers I get my hands on knees. With this deep bow, I hope that I can show her that I am very much reflecting on my unacceptable conduct. I'm sorry for not knocking. There's the chivalrous spirit of a man who is ready to accept his own death. However, nothing. Silence is deafening. Well, it was worth a try, I guess. I'm sorry! The courteous thing to do in a situation like this is to leave immediately, not apologize. Damn it, I forgot. I was too confused and flustered. I remember to knock next time, I promise. I give up on groveling, stand up, and turn around to leave the room right away. However, she grabs my arm before I can. Oh god, what does she want? She's gonna tell me that instead of apologizing next time, I should just speed things up and kill myself. Excuse me? Mostly because I don't want you to kill me, I guess. She found I was slightly looking a bit hurt. Huh? Well, yeah, I came from a ring. I promise I wasn't here to perv on you or anything. Then why'd you look so furious when I first walked in? Well, the word pierces me in the most delicate part of my heart. That one stung. Right? You just fucking stop being a little bitch and drop your pants. Yeah. Nisemono najimi. They should have used that one. No, of course not. I'm sorry? The request is so direct that it momentarily catches me off guard. Sorry, it's just you're being so assertive today that I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what the right thing to do in the situation is. She comes up and kisses me. I mean, nothing could have been more embarrassing than the event that led us getting together, she adds. I meet her gaze. There's a light of courage in her eyes. Courage that was given to her by someone else. I thought you said you'd never show any data towards me. Really? Okay. I suppose it would be a bit mean of me to point out that she's been acting plenty affectionate towards me. Sorry. I don't think so. He's gonna wake up dehydrated tomorrow. What do you have in mind? Hi! Whoops. Alright. Let us summarize the current situation. I am present. My pants are down. Mio is also present. Fully nude. I know full well that there's no talking our way out of this one. However, if by some miracle she only saw what was happening from the waist up, we could potentially fool her by saying we were only making out. Maybe. Kana then faints. Her body lifelessly drops to the floor. Oh god, are you alright? I don't think she hit her head or anything at least. No, I think she's fine. Mew heaves a heavy sigh of relief. We decided to postpone our fun for another day, and I carried the unconscious Kana to her room. I wonder if I should remember to knock next time or not. For some reason, that's the thought that occupies my mind at this moment. Should probably just get a occupied sign. Because, fun fact, if you just walk in, it might be her instead. Or Kana instead. Kana would probably be the bigger problem. It's Tsukasa would panic, but then not get upset at the MC and more so apologize to the MC for her pitiful chest or something like that. Kana would probably go full succubus mode or something. Same for Kyo, quite frankly. Suzu would probably hit him. As everyone sits around the dinner table eating this evening, Tsukasa suddenly speaks up, asking me about Kana anxiously. About that,
なんかショッキングな場面にでも遭遇しちゃったんじゃないの？衝撃的なのですか？そうそう。まあ、どこまで見ちゃったのかは知らないけどね。
Wait, don't tell me she knows every last detail of what Mio and I were getting up to in the bathroom.
君たちね、危ないことはあんまりしない方がいいって思うな、お姉さんは。
What things exactly?
まあ、なんでもいいけど、そろそろみんなに言ってもいいんじゃない？君たちのこと。いつまでも黙ったままで隠密行動ってわけにもいかないでしょ？
Well...
私、皆さんが何を話しているのか難しすぎてわかりません。
Stares at us blankly.
もしかするとお子様には断りな大人の会話なのですか？まあなんていうかさ、この二人できちゃってるんだよ。できちゃってる？
Tsukasa tilts her head.
すみません、お姉さん。もう少しわかりやすく言っていただけないと、私まだまだよくわからないみたいなのです。ああ、付き合ってるってこと。わかる？男女の関係だよ。なんとまあ。
Tsukasa's eyes start to twinkle.
おめでとうございます、お兄さん、お姉さん。
Thanks.
ということは、お姉さんがまな板中心の奇跡を独り占めなのですね。
Breastual enhancement.
ぬないた？はい、お兄さんはおっぱいの神様ですので。でも
She pats her chest area.
全然大きくならないけど。そういうのはこれからなんじゃないの？
Suzu begins to wriggle her fingers suggestively.
毎夜毎夜に注がれる愛さえあれば、それくらいの奇跡を起こすことくらいたやすいよね。
Stop wriggling your fingers like that, you pervert. I sigh. Man, no, I really feel bad for Kana. Can't believe she straight up fainted. Although she certainly didn't see the worst of it. But even so, I wonder why I feel like this. Put a guilt spreads through me, but I'm not quite sure what's causing it.
大丈夫？大丈夫だよ、ユーマ。
Ayumu nods at me reassuringly from across the table. What are you referring
あ
to?
の子を助けるのは僕に任せて。
Aimu? What's he talking about? Is Kana's route gonna be like fucking full-on rivalry between these two somehow?
だからユーマは何も気にせず、幼馴染の如月さんと幸せになればいいと思うよ。
Oh! Okay. Strange cloud of discomfort now looms over the room. Both Mio and I are fidgeting restlessly. It's incredibly awkward to say the least.
かなちゃんには後でうまく言っておかないといけないかもね。もしかすると大泣きするんじゃないのかな、あの子は。
A brief silence fills the air. Well, shall we go and eat?
うん、そうしよっか。
We all put our hands together. But tonight's mealtime, for some reason, is a bit more silent than usual. This already feels like it's supposed to be the route at the end of the
見
route.
つかったよ、ゆうくん。
Oh no, there we go. That's the end of the route. Huh? I'm walking through the hallways after dinner to go check up on Kana when I hear Suzu call to me from behind. Who did you find?
おいおい、何がはないんじゃないかな。依頼主は君じゃないか。そんな物事の中心点である君が何をすっとぼけた顔してるんだよ。わからないか？見つかったんだよ。君が先日私に探してほしいと依頼した人間が。
You found her already? Admittedly, I know next to nothing about this person. I'd give Suzu a brief explanation of my intent in learning her whereabouts. But still, it hasn't even been 3 days since then. That was really quick. I seriously didn't expect you to find her so soon. You even forewarned me that it might take a bit of time.
そうだな。確かにそう言ったけど、私も驚いたよ。ゆうくんが探していた相手とは少しばかり因縁がある。
You knew who
だ
she
から
was?
非常に見つけやすかった。
You knew who she was?
ああ、見つけ出すのは苦労しなかったが、それでも少しばかり捕まえるのには苦労したけど。
What's this also about? I opened my mouth wanting to know the answer to that question, but she interrupts and continues before I have the chance
と
to.
にかく探し人は見つかった。君がミオちゃんのために探していたあの人間は今はとある場所に拘束している。
What's the safe location? She looks at me solemnly.
今からミオちゃんと一緒に学園に来いよ。場所は君たちの教室だ。受け渡しはそこで行おう。ユーマ、見つかったって本当？
I've done as Susan instructed and brought Mio to the school as the sun sets off in the distance.
本当に神崎徹って子が見つかったの？
Yeah, thanks entirely to
夏
Susan.
目さんが？
She did. I actually went there and filed the formal job request for her to find Kanzaki Totem. Sorry for doing that without consulting you first, Mio.
どうして学園に？寮に連れてくるわけにはいかなかったの？
I don't know any more than you do. Maybe she wanted to keep this hidden from everyone else. Well, either way, we won't know anything for certain until we ask Suzu herself. We arrive at the designated classroom, our classroom. Mio, once there, Mio comes to an immediate halt.
私、どうしたらいいの？
What do you mean?
私は今から私が望んでるみたいにその子をやっつけるの？やっつけるだなんて可愛い言い方をしてるけど、結局のところ私はその子にひどいことをしなくちゃいけないって、そういうこと？できない。そんなのできない。
But you have to, otherwise you won't be able to go home. Wasn't that your ultimate goal all along? So if you want
い
to...
いの？それはもう諦めるって言った。私は
She takes my hand.
私はユーマ、あなたがこうしてそばにいてくれればそれでいいの。だから私には何の関係もない復讐になんか関わりたくないよ。
I know.
ユーマはどう思うの？復讐した方がいいって思う？私の代わりにまだ一度も出会ったこともないようなそんな子に。
So you don't think you should do anything you yourself don't want to. Just, I don't like the fact that you've been backed into this corner either. But it says even a teensy tiny part of you that still wants to switch back, still wants to see your parents again.
気持ちがあるのなら
I think you should at least face this girl and take a look at her before you decide. I don't want you to give up no matter what.
どういうこと？
I don't know. For some reason the idea of giving up just doesn't sit well with me, with regards to anything. It's like we're averting our eyes from the truth. I see someone resigning themselves to defeat before exploring every single option that's out there. It just makes me feel really sad. That's why I don't want you, more than anyone else, to throw away a chance at fulfilling your wish to go home. Deep down you want to go home, don't you? You want to see your parents. It's just too early for you to be giving up. You have to keep trying.
でも
Her hands curl up into fists.
突然すぎて心の準備も何もできてない。
You don't need to come ready. Commands on the classroom door and then prepare yourself once we're inside. I fling it wide open.
遅かったな、二人とも。
Susan stands there alone. Alone, it's just her. There's no one else in the classroom. No one else. Wait, no one else. Wait a second. Something isn't right. Scan the classroom again and again, but can't find any indication that anyone else is here. What's going on? Suzu, where's the girl?
あ、神崎徹を見つけ出すって要件だろ。分かってるよ。そのためにここへ君たちを呼んだんだから。
Well then, where is she?
うん。あの子は実に面白おかしく、不思議な力を使う子だね。言葉の力を使って、誰でも好きなように操ることもできる。その力でできることを突き詰めれば、きっとそれだけではなくて、もっといろいろなことができるようになるんだろう。
Suzu?
言葉には命がある。一度口から吐き出してしまえば、その時点でそれは一人歩きを始める。真っ向臭い話だが、まず最初に言葉があったというやつだ。
Scan the room once more. Some definitely is right here. Spot a blue plastic sheet covering part of the floor. The orange sunlight continues to seep into the classroom. The flow of Suzu's words almost seems reminiscent of a holy person singing a hymn. It only serves to amplify the ominous air in this room. Why are you alone, Suzu? Where's Kanzuki Toro? I thought you said she was here.
そうだね。それが私たちの約束だ。でも、おかしいな。彼女はどこにもいない。
Wait, Suzu, no. Recall the events from Mio's dream. Those men who had their freedom robbed of them through a verbal command had killed Mio's parents. The girl controlled and manipulated them like puppets using hypnotic words. Suzu, I don't want to believe it. You lost, didn't you? I ushered Mio behind me and began to take a few steps back as a cautionary measure. He fell prey to Kanzuki Toro's hypnotic words.
ユーマ、どういうこと？
Get ready to run on my mark. Can't stay here. We've walked right into their trap. Trap set by Kanzuki Toro to lure Mio out to this secluded location. It's not out of my mind that Mio had been on her hit list. She's been searching for her, hoping to finish what she failed to do on that day when Mio betrayed her. No, to complete her revenge.
逃げる？一体どこへ？まさか私から無事に逃げ切れると思ってるのか？
Master has been consumed by the power of those mystic
こ
words.
こへのこのこやってきた時点で
君たち二人の敗北は決定されてる。それもどうしようもなくだ。私の言いたいことはわかるな。君たちをここへ呼びつけた意味、それくらいは理解できるだろう。ここでなら他の目をあらゆる意味で気に留める必要がないからだ。
Susan, please open your eyes.
目は覚めてるさ。くっきりパッチリと。むしろすがすがしいくらいだ。この世を救えるのは神崎徹の言葉だけだと気づけたからね。私たちが必死になって走り回る必要なんてまるでなく。
Why? Why did this happen? Why did I have Suzu look for this girl instead of doing it myself? It was a mistake. She ended up brainwashed and now I'm gonna have to fight her. Even so, can't raise my hand against her, honestly. Even if I did fight her seriously, would I even have a shot? What are the odds that I'd actually be able to overpower her? It's a flat zero. That needs no consideration. It's pointless to even try to think otherwise. No matter how desperate I am to increase my odds by even a fraction of a percent, the only thing deep contemplation will do right now is sink me further into despair as I realize just how truly hopeless the situation is. I have to run. You want to live, then that's our only option, plain and simple. Mio, take my childhood friend's hand. Run! You turn away from Susan and run as fast as we can. Right as I'm about to reach out of the classroom door, however. Yep. Grand laughter echoes throughout the classroom. What? I stop and turn around. If this were anyone else given the details of the situation, that laughter would sound nothing but sinister. Suzu, don't tell me. Instead, all it does is fill me with a great sense of relief.
ごめんごめん。冗談だから。私があんな子供一人を相手に負けるわけがないだろ。
Not the time she actually just one punch right in the fucking jugular for that. Actually, I take that back. What I feel right now is far from relief. Frankly, I'm just exasperated to no end. But, well, I guess if I dig deep enough through that exasperation, I am truly relieved. Flop down to the ground, totally drained. Can't believe you.
ごめんな。空気読めない真似をして。最初はほんのいたずらのつもりだったんだけど、君がなんだか思いのほか真剣になっちゃうものだから、つい引っ込みがつかなくなっちゃったっていうかさ。
Why would you do something like this as a prank? God, I feel like I'm about to cry. I swear you just shaved about 50 years off my life.
まあだけどさ、師弟対決っていうのは一度やってみたくはあるかな。やっぱりロマンがあるじゃん、そういうの。
Payments off. Absolutely not. I'd rather die than be forced to fight you one-on-one. I don't care about what her reasoning is. I'm never doing that ever.
ねえ、ユーマ、どうなってるの
？Well, let's just basically say that Suzu's brain disease forces her to clown around at all times, no matter what the situation. She really needs help, I swear.
だからごめんって。そもそも私が負けるだなんて本気で思っちゃった君にこそ私は不満を投げかけたい気分だよ。
While that aside, where's Kanzaki Toru?
そこだよ。その教託の下に隠してる。
Why there?
もしも何も知らない誰かがいきなり教室にやってきたらまずいだろう。そこであの子のあんな姿を見たら驚いちゃうだろうし、その場合はきっと私の方が悪者に見えちゃうだろうことは、まあ想像に優しいからね。
What'd you do to her? That is a ball gag. I peek under the teacher's desk and find a single girl curled up beneath it, unable to move. Her arms and legs are bound and there's a gag in her mouth. Ah, I see now. Yeah, if someone stumbled upon this scene without any additional context, you'd definitely have law enforcement calling you. Even if the girl has no visible injuries whatsoever, her restraint would make no one believe she's had or will have anything while... her restraint would make one believe she's had or will have something vile done to her. Pull that girl, Kanzaki Toru, out from under the desk and carry her to the blue sheet on the floor.
捕まえるの。結構苦労したんだよ。その子の言葉には最善の注意を払わないといけないからね。
Ah, so that's the way you gagged her. Honestly though, did you need to use this? If I recall, these things are called ball gags. Are you into bondage stuff? Or are you into bondage stuff?
微妙なところ。 司にいたずら心で売りつけちゃってたおもちゃの一つを返却されちゃってたからね。それを使ってみたんだ。
Can't even be bothered to argue with their stupidity at this point. I throw a cursory glance behind me. Mio staring silently at the girl laying there on the sheet like a curled up caterpillar. And she in turn is staring back at Mio and blinking with a deep dark hatred in her eyes. I'm not ready. Mio had said that before she walked in here. Of course she wasn't. She was suddenly thrown into a situation she wanted no part of to begin with. What she's supposed to do? It isn't a light decision by any means. She can't make up her mind on the fly. Decided to continue my conversation with Suzu a bit longer, to give Mio even just a minute or two more to sort out her feelings and possibly arrive at a conviction. If I recall, you said you were connected to Kanzaki Toru, Suzu. Do you mind explaining that for me?
ああ、私が魔女だとか呼ばれていた小さな頃の話だ。いきなりこいつは寮内の私の部屋にやってきて、私と戦えだとかそんなことをのたまいやがってさ。
She wanted to fight you.
最初、自分は神様に愛されたんだとかなんだとか、そんなことを言ってたな。言葉を支配するのは神様なんだって。だから魔女にだって勝てるんだってね。もうね、めっちゃ怖かったよ。だって目がいっちゃってるんだもん。嫌なガキだなって思った。本当は相手するのも嫌だったんだけど、あんまりにもしつこいし、その他にもやってくるガキどもも怖がってたし、あの時痛い目見ただけで懲りてれば、まあこの子もほんの少しは可愛げもあったろうにね。
What'd you do to her back then?
秘密。
Why? I'm dying to know now just because you said
だ
that.
って、ゆうくんがお姉さんを怖がるようになっちゃいけないでしょ。
That tells me more than I need to know.
肉体派魔法少女と呼んでくれてもいいんだぜ。
You call yourself a girl?
君のそういった反応にはもう飽き飽きだよ。まあともかくね、それ以来この子は私に勝負を持ちかけてくるようになっててさ、今でもよく私たちの仕事を邪魔しに来てたりしてたんだよ。この子はそれまでの日常生活をかなぐり捨てて、今も行方不明のままでどんな生活を送っているのかは見当もつかないけれど、ともかくさ、なんだか知らないけど妙にライバル視されちゃってさ、神様より強い魔女なんていないんだとかなんだとか痛々しく絡んでくるんだ。困ってたんだよね、実際。
Wait, what?
い
She's
つか
been
らお
meddling
前
with
は
our
神
work?
様になったんだよって突っ込みたいよね。
Must not have noticed
そ
that.
りゃそうさ、いちいち挟み込まれる邪魔の一つ一つに翻弄されてたら依頼者にも迷惑がかかる。普段はあんまり相手にしないようにしてたけど、だからそういった場合のみ全力で排除してた。遠慮も加減も何もせず。そういうわけだから、いつもゆうくんが仕事を始める前にはもうすでにこの子が起こす嫌がらせや揉め事は片付けていたんだよ。
Just how strong are you exactly? Not just tell me all this, I'm actually starting to get a bit scared. Also, how do you even fight against a girl like her? Her words have a mysterious hypnotic effect. How can you win against her time and again? Despite the fact that she can literally control you by speaking.
だから言ったっしょ。お姉さんは肉体派な感じの魔法少女だから。
That's the fun part. She needs to speak. AKA, you need to hear her. How is any part of you magical?
肉体言語？
She stares at me, wondering if that was convincing enough. You need to update her references. Seriously though, is she actually human? Beginning to doubt so.
まあそういうわけで引き渡しはこれで終了だ。
Right. I was hoping to give me a bit more time to gather her thoughts, but I guess I've stalled as long as I can. I don't think there's any doubt that this is the girl you were after. She's the one who killed the other you's parents.
いろいろ本人から話を聞いてみたいけど、でもそれはダメなのよね。
Yeah, she might attack us if we get rid of the gag.
そう。ねえ、神崎徹さん、一つだけ 私の話を聞いてほしいの。
Mio kneels down on the ground, trying her best to look Kanzaki Toru in the eyes.
信じられないかもしれないとは思うけど、私は如月ミオだけど、でもね、あなたが嫌っていた如月ミオとは別の人なんだよ。
Mio then proceeds to give a brief summary of everything regarding the parallel world and swap that occurred. She doesn't neglect to explain the basement's power either.
わかるよ。いきなりこんなこと言われても意味がわからないよね。でもそれは本当なの。あなたのことを強く強く恨んでる如月ミオと、だからね、私はあなたには何の恨みもないの。あなたたち二人とは無関係な私だから。本当ならこんな風にしてあなたに苦しい思いをさせたくはない。でもね、あなたにひどいことされて、もうこの世からいなくなっちゃった私のお父さんとお母さん、その仇を取るために私はあなたをやっつけないといけないの。わかる？私はあなたにこれから罰を与えないと元の世界の家には帰れないんだよ。
Expected. Kanzaki Toru doesn't so much as blink. Simply stares back at Mio unflinchingly.
ねえ、私はどうしたらいい？もうお父さんとお母さんは諦めた。幼なじみと両親と交換したんだって、そう自分に言い聞かせて納得しようと思ってた。
There we go, maybe it's better now.
でも今私はずっと会いたかったお母さんとお父さんに会いに行ける鍵を手に入れたのかもしれなくて、ユーマも諦めるなってそう言ってくれていて。
Is this the ultimate decision she's arrived at? Has she chosen to return to her world and do what needs to be done to accomplish that?
私はね、私の気持ちもわからないでもないって思ってる。だって大切な人を奪われたら誰でも悲しいし、恨み事だって言いたくなる。私だってよくわからない理由で大好きなお父さんとお母さんにひどいことされたら、だけどそれでもこんなのって変だよ。歯には歯を、やられたらやり返す。法律であなたは裁けないから、ここでこうして正攻法ではないジャッジを行う。そんなのは本当の正義なんかじゃない。それにあなたが今ここで罰せられたからといって死んだ二人が帰ってくるわけじゃないのに。
ミオちゃん。
はい、何でしょうか。
この国には死刑制度ってものがあるよね。
すず。
まあ聞けって。とりあえず善悪についての長たらしい講釈は省くけど、私はその罰則、いわゆる極刑は必要悪だと思ってる。
必要悪。
それは残された人間たちが前に進むきっかけになるからだ。確かに悪人を始末したからといって一番悔しい思いをしたであろう個人は決して戻ってこない。でもそんなものは関係がないんだ。理性だとか道理だとか賛成反対の数の原理だとか、そんなのはどうでも。これはどこまで言っても感情論であるべきなんだ。てめえやりやがったな。そっちがその気ならいいぜ。ぶっ殺してやるよ。という具合にね、理不尽な不自由を押し付けられた側の人間が絶対悪に対して悔し涙を飲み込む強制力なんてあっていいはずがない。
それが夏目さんの感情論。
そうだね。極刑は事件に巻き込まれた当事者たちの心を弔うものでも彼らの恨みを晴らすものでもない。残された者たちに明日へ踏み出すきっかけを与えるべきためのものなんだというのが私個人の考え方というか正義への価値観だ。ともかく極刑には思いのほか賛成意見ほど反対は多くないけれど、その制度そのものが残された人間たちが次の時間へ踏み出すために必要なのだと、それは紛れもなく必要なことなのだろうと私は思う。
それなら極刑を執行された側の残された人たちは、その人たちがまた誰かを強く恨んで感情論で相手側の残された人を手にかけたらどうするんですか。そうなるとやられたらやり返すが永遠に続いていきます。
そうだね。だからこそそのシステムは国が守り運営する制度なのさ。何事も先にやった方が悪いんだ。子供の論理だが非常にわかりやすくて私は好きだ。物事はシンプルであればあるだけいい。
それがこれなんですか。これが残された私が、いいえ、私が前に進むための必要悪。
そういうことになるかもな。この教室が国の代わりに私とゆうくんが守り運営する制度の場。ここでどんなことがあったとしてもミオちゃんには何も困ったことは起こらない。私たちが君を庇護することを保証し誓おう。
だから私にこの子を罰しろってことなんですか。私じゃない、私の他人の罪を、この手を怪我して清算しなくちゃいけないんですか。そんなのは。
Tears begin to well in her eyes.
嫌です。私にはできません。
何を言ってる。バカを言うんじゃない。この子に極刑を与えるなんて君にはないよ、そんな権。
でも
She did say that they would be taking the place of the government, aka they would be doing the...
この子を裁く権利があるのは私だけだ。私であるミオちゃんだけだ。私は確かに極刑について肯定派だ。しかしそれは条件付きでの話だ。
条件。
そう。感情論を振りかざし誰かの命を断罪するというのなら、当然それは、その行為は自らの手を汚す覚悟のある人間にのみ適用されるものであるべきだと私はそう考える。その点を重視するのなら制度としての極刑には賛同しかねる部分も多くある。他者に復讐を決定させ代行させるといったものには賛成できない。刑の執行は看守や赤の他人がやるべきではないんだ。そんなことをしていてはいけない。復讐の弾丸を打ち込むことを他者へ委託しようなど、実感がどこまでも希薄になっていくようなそんな行為に復讐として一体どれだけの意味がある。 故に刑の執行はその人間を始末したいと願う家族がその手で直接行うべきだ。そして誰かの一生を奪ったことを生涯かけて自覚し、悩み苦しんでいかなくてはいけない。命を背負うとはそういうことだ。そういった条件が揃って初めて私の正義は適用される。極刑を肯定する意志が生まれる。
Girl don't make sense in my mind, at least. Like, but everything she said, I understood it as I support death penalties because it gives closures to the families of the victims, while also making it impartial because the government did it, like passed on the death penalty, so the family of the one being executed wouldn't seek revenge against the victim's family. However, at the same time, she's like, the one who wants revenge should do the killing. So, like, which one? Which fucking one? She is actively contradicting herself.
だから君にはこの子を裁く権利はない。ほんの少しもだ。赤の他人であり、この場にうずくまる感情論の拉致外にあり、無関係である君にはね。黙ってろ。この神崎徹は私が捕まえてきたんだ。それなりに危ない橋を渡ってね。捕獲するのは簡単だけど、だからいくら仕事だとはいえ、これくらいの主張は通させてもらう。この子に対するこの場での報復は、復讐は私である如月美代にしか許さない。その条件が今回の仕事で私が受け取る報酬だ。嫌なら今すぐこいつを逃がすぞ。
Now to think about it, I hadn't thought if I was gonna pay you for this.
だろうと思ったよ。まあ別にいいけどね。とにかくそういうわけだ。君じゃない私をここへ連れてこい。そして他者である君の手を借りず、本人に復讐を遂げさせるんだ。そうすれば君がその手を汚すことなく元の場所へ戻ることができる。もちろん戻る戻らないは君自身が判断することだけどね。
でもあの子をここへ連れてくる方法がないんです。鍵がかけられてて。
なら嘘をつけばいい。
嘘？
もう分かってるとは思うけど、君が抱えるいろいろな事情をゆうくんから聞いたよ。学生寮のタンスを使ってあの子と様々なやりとりを長年。そんな中でこの子をやっつければ入れ替わりを中止してもいいと、そんな条件項目があったこともゆうくんから聞いてる。簡単じゃないか。それならやっつけたよと嘘の手紙を出してしまえばいい。どうせ私本人には事実を直接その目で見て確認する以外に方法はないんだ。そのようにして連れてきた後、私にはもう一度今日と同じシチュエーションを用意しよう。感情論と必要悪を振りかざせるようなそんな場所を。
嘘をつく。
嫌か？誰かを騙すような真似をするのはこれまでずっと私たちを騙し続けてきたのに。
Suzu, why using that against her?
それなのに今さら小さな嘘をつくことが戸惑われてならない。そんなのはとんでもない欺瞞だな。だというのに君は。
Stop this, Suzu. You've agonized over this very thing for years upon years. You have to know that.
ああ、そうだな。それはわかるよ。わかるからこそあえて話しているんだ。そしてこれは君が口を出すようなことじゃない。半端に首を突っ込むな。
Suzu, why are you being so...
とにかくそういうわけだ。あの子をここへ連れてくる。そのための嘘をつけないのなら、私の条件が飲めないのなら、この話はここまでだ。
There is only one issue with this entire situation. The whole like, yes, the deal is through if you don't do this. That's her letting Toru back out into the world, which, immediately puts Mio's life in danger.
そうして君は 元の場所へ戻るチャンスを失う。帰りたいんだろ？君はあちらへ帰りたがっているように私には見える。それなのに何を格好をつけてるのか。ただ一つ自分のために嘘をつくことを怖がってる。自分の願いを叶えるために嘘をつく。正直者でありたいという自分の信念を曲げ嘘を吐き出す。それこそがこの場合でのたった一つの冴えたやり方というほどに褒められたものでは確かにないが、それでもたった一つ残された君が君の夢を叶えるための愚鈍な一つの方法ではあるんだ。それにわかるだろ？嘘にはついていい嘘とついてはいけない嘘がある。そんなのは誰だって知ってる。嘘は時として誰かを救う場合だってあるんだ。
嘘が誰かを救う。
ああ、今回の嘘で救われるもの、それは君だ。君自身を必要悪の嘘で救い上げるんだ。
Guess it wasn't enough, apparently.
そうすることで君じゃない私だって何かから救われるかもしれない。あちら側で君と同じように嘘をつき続けている私も。
To be fair, though, if at this point they switched back, they've been living in the other world, like the world that isn't their home world, for that long that they would still have to essentially just lie constantly in order to properly fit in. So they're fucked either way when you go at it from that perspective.
自分の気持ちに嘘をつくなよ。人には嘘をつけないのに自分の心を騙すのはいいことなのか？
私
が
嘘をつくことで私は救われますか？嘘にはついていい嘘と悪い嘘がある。誰かを傷つける嘘が悪い嘘。私の嘘は私の心を傷つけませんか？
どうかな。それなりにショックは受けるかもしれないね。そこは本人次第だ。重要なのは嘘への動機だ。これは私が最初に君についた嘘への報いだ。1週間で入れ替わりは終わるはずだったのに、それを保護にしたあの子への、それがこの嘘の動機だ。だからこれは悪い嘘ではない。悪いことをした人間にそれを気づかせるための。
Mio looks at Kanzaki Toru, who's curled up on the floor. Then she turns and looks at me, and finally, she looks at the witch standing before her.
嘘をつけば私は会える。お父さんとお母さんにもう一度だけでも会える。
ああ、その願いは叶えられる。君がそれを願うのなら。
Mio begins to sob and put my arm around her shoulder to comfort her.
もう何が正しいのか何が間違ってるのかわからない。私が悪かったのか私が悪かったのか、どこで何を間違っちゃったのか、全部わからない。
Nah, the other you is pretty firmly in the wrong. She's essentially been abusing someone's she essentially abused someone's goodwill to completely replace her, and is now essentially just blackmailing her, using her fucking parents to kill the person she wants to see dead. The other her is very firmly at fault here.
ごめんユーマ、私もう二度と嘘はつかないってそう決めてたけど。
I know.
これで最後にするから。だからお願い、最後の嘘を許して。
ありがとう。
Suzu
そう言っ
smiles.
てくれるのを待ってたよ。
Mio blinks at Suzu in
嘘で
confusion.
固まった君の心を自由にしよう。それが私たちの仕事だ。私らは逃がし屋だから、こうして人を探し出すのが本来の仕事じゃない。
どういうことですか？
嘘をつくことを怖がり、自分の心に嘘をつき続ける。そんな君の心の不自由から自由にすることが仕事だった。
I think back, recall what I said to Suzu when I initially asked her to take upon this job. I have a job request for you. The first step involves finding a certain individual. Would you be willing to take it on for me?
それが今回の仕事の依頼主であるユウ君の本当の希望だ。神崎徹を探し出すことは別にそれほど重要なことじゃなかった。
He promised I wouldn't tell her.
あれ、そうだったっけ？
Feigning ignorance, then she then takes out her cell phone.
ちょっと待って。
As Suzu finishes up her brief conversation with the other person on the line, Mio's jaw suddenly drops.
それじゃあ今日のことは全部嘘？どこからどこまでが？
Maybe some of it, who knows? I'm not really sure myself, but I'm sure it was a good lie. The classroom door slides open and a number of people enter. It appears to be a group of extremely shady men. Who are these men, Suzu? She was confused. She never said a word about these people joining us.
以前神崎徹に言葉を吹き込まれ、私である如月美桜の両親を手にかけた連中だ。ああ、大丈夫だよ。今はもうおとなしい。頭の中を支配していた言葉は抜いた。
Extract them. The way she worded that almost sounded like it seemed as though they'd been poisoned. Is there anything you can't do, Suzu?
さあね。魔女だから。だけどま、ある意味では君ほどでもないとは思うけど。
Like
と
what?
もかく、これからは私が雑用として使っていこうと思ってるんだ。この場の準備もこいつらに手伝ってもらった。悪いけど、この子を運び出してくれないかな。人目につかないよ。慎重にね。
Yes, ma'am, you got it! The men shout, lowering their heads before promptly preparing to take their exit. Once they depart, the classroom returns to normal. The men even bowed to me, apologizing for disturbing us before taking their leave.
出所したはいいけれど、行き場がどこにもなさそうだったからね。だから私が引き取った。言ってみれば彼らだって立派な被害者だ。それ、
あの子は神崎徹さんはどうなるんですか？
うん。私がどういった判断を下すかといった問題もあるけれど、そうだな。どこか遠い誰も知らないような小さな国で幸せになってもらおうか。
Suzu smiles. We now return to the dorm. Mio heads to her room to begin writing the letter to her other self. Thank you so much, Suzu. I really owe you for this one. Currently in the dining room with Suzu, speaking to her while we wait for Mio to finish up her letter. But I have to ask, why'd you do that to us at first?
あれって？
You know, that twisted prank you played on us? I didn't get any warning about that. So why did you do it? Honestly, I think for a prank, it went a little too far. Though I suppose this whole charade was sort of like one big twisted joke designed to ease the burden on Mio's heart and get her more comfortable with telling lies. I was terrified out of my mind and legitimately thought you were gonna kill us.
どうしてか？面白いから？
Seriously? I can't help but feel a sense of relief now that my initial confusion has waned. Since it really is a natural clown, I don't know what I expected. Still, I really helped me out. Thanks, really mean it.
まあ今回のことは私にも責任があるからね。これくらいの尻拭いは何でもないさ。
You're at fault?
ああ。ずっと昔にミオちゃんがここの地下室を使って迷子になっちゃった時、私があの子を探しに出かけて、そして連れ帰ってきただろ。
Right.
あの時、私たちにとって本物のミオちゃんと、あちら側に住むミオちゃんとの見分けもつかず、連れ帰ってきてしまったんだから。
At least it was wasn't able to distinguish between them instead of notice their deal, and after they fucking told about it, she decided, all right, just the week.
見事にあの二人に一杯食わされたってわけだ。まるでそっくりな双子に、どっちが私でどっちが私でしょうかだなんてことを言われているような、そんな気分だよ。
Anyway, your little prank aside, you really did a good job for playing the role of the bad guy, so thanks for that.
ああ、悪役ね。
Although I didn't honestly expect you to take it that far when I initially asked you to do it. Can I ask you something? If the other Mio actually came, would you allow her to take her revenge and carry out that necessary evil, as you put it?
んなわけねえだろ。
Huh?
どんな理由があっても、人が人を殺していいはずがない。
I can only squint in bafflement at her response. I'm finding it really difficult to work out how much of that was your real opinion and how much of that was just you playing devil's advocate. That moment Mia walks into the dining room.
手紙書き終わりました。
しっかり綺麗な嘘を書き終えられた？
はい。
よし。それじゃあ、二人で管理人室へ行ってきな。その手紙を出しに。
The reply letter arrived almost immediately. It read,
ユーマ。
Yeah?
水平線。
Speaks in hushed tone.
私、届くかもしれない。追いかけても追いかけても、たどり着けないって思ってた。あの場所に。
What did the letter say, Mio?
願いを叶えてくれてありがとう。入れ替わりをやめましょう。
Oh, that's great.
だって。
She buries her face in the letter, trying to stifle the tiny sob that had just escaped.
ユーマ、違うの。私はいいの。もういいんだよ。お父さんとお母さん、二人のことも大切だけど、でも今は
Here's the thing.
ユーマと一緒にいられるこちらの生活が。
No one said anything about actually switching back. You could just go meet your parents once and then come back here, because quite frankly, the Mio over there is probably going to be happy with that anyway.
この世界での生活は最初は怖くて不安なことばかりだったけど、それでも今ではこの街が大好きになった。せっかく仲良くなり始めたみんなと離れるのも嫌。また一緒に変なゲームだってやりたいって今は思う。だから今さら入れ替わりをやめるつもりはない。その選択に未練はないよ。ここが私の居場所、私の世界なの。私はここで生きていくって決めたの。でもごめんユーマ、一目だけでいいの。大好きなお父さんとお母さん、もう二度と会えないって諦めていた。こちら側ではもう死んじゃってた二人。最後にそんな二人の元気な姿が、ただの一度だけ、それが叶えば私は満足だから。だからユーマ、
Yeah.
絶対に戻ってくる。約束だから。何があっても帰ってくるから。だからお願いユーマ、いってらっしゃいって言って私の背中を押してほしいよ。
Yeah, go and fulfill your wish, Mio, and then come back to me. No matter how long it takes, I'll always be waiting here for you, along with all the others. Don't worry. Even if something happens and you can't come back right away, either intentionally or accidentally, we'll see each other again, I know. We've got these to bring us back together. Reach into my pocket and pull out the ring. These rings won't let us be apart for too long. Plus, we've got our perfect compatibility going for us, because we're childhood friends, don't you remember? Alright. Take care over there, Mio. I'll see you soon. She wipes the tears from her eyes.
ありがとう。行ってきます。あの子といろいろ話してくるから。すぐには帰ってこれないと思うけど。
It's fine. Take as much time as you need, and don't rush. Also tell her that I said hello and that I really enjoyed her lunches from back when we were kids.
わかった。
Don't make sure to tell her that they've gotten nothing on yours. She giggles at my remark. Mio? She turns to head to the basement. I call out to her one final time. Let's go gaze out at the horizon together when you get back. She turns around and smiles, her face stained with tears. Then she nods. I engraved that smile of hers into my memory so that I'll never ever forget it. I'm silently praying. Please let everything go well over there. It has now been 3 days since Mio embarked on her trip back home. I haven't heard anything at all from her. The wait is so grueling that it almost feels as though an entire year has passed. Everything's gonna be okay. Even if Mio sees her loving parents, reconsiders and decides to stay there after all. Even if Mio returns to me isn't her, but the other Mio. As long as the Mio I love is happy, I'm not gonna complain. Well, perhaps it'll take some time before I'm truly prepared to accept something like that. I believed Mio when she said she'd come back to me. That has nothing to do with this. There's only one thing that matters to me. Mio's happiness. That's all I want. As long as she can smile, my own wants don't matter. And listen to me try to sound all cool. I don't even honestly believe that. Truth is, I miss Mio dearly. I've been selfishly wishing for her to come home. Partly to prove to myself that she actually will.
ユーマさん。
Kana and I are in the kitchen, peeling vegetables to be used in tonight's dinner. What is it?
私、皆さんから聞きました。如月さんとユーマさんのこと。
Oh. Sorry, Kana. Totally slipped my mind. Forgot to inform you about our relationship. I can explain.
はい。
I wanted to tell you myself, and while everyone just happened to find out when you weren't around, still owe you an apology. Some stuff happened that I forgot.
最初は少しショックだったけど、そうして謝ってくれるならそれでいいんです。それに忘れてしまうのは仕方ないです。魔法使いさんはそういう人ですもんね。
I'm a sorcerer.
はい、私の大切な、とても素敵な約束をしてくれた魔法使いさんです。
Right. That reminds me, I never did find out what that was.
魔法使いさんの願い事を叶えるのは私じゃなくて如月さんだったって、そういうことですよね。
What are you talking about?
応援してます。
Kana?
私、二人のことを応援してますよ。
She smiles
おめ
sweetly.
でとうございます。どうか幸せになってくださいね。
I had this vague assumption that she'd cry when the situation finally came. For some reason, just as Susan mentioned, I imagined that she wouldn't handle the news of my and Mia's relationship very well. It was simply overthinking things. Kana gave us her support and she's smiling. Thanks, Kana. But again, I'm sorry. Honestly, I think part of me wasn't expecting you to congratulate us. That's why I was foregoing telling you for so long, so I could figure out how to say it to you without hurting you too much.
そんなこと言われると、泣いてしまいそうです。嘘は苦手です。だから本当のところを言えば、素直に心の底から二人を祝福するにはもうちょっとだけ時間がかかるかもしれません。やっぱり少し、とても今 は悲しいですけど、でもたとえどんな終わりを迎えても、私があなたのことをずっと思ってきたことが嘘になるわけじゃ。
Then closes her eyes and hangs her head. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know if I should say anything to her.
大丈夫ですよ、ユマさん。
Huh?
そんなに心配しなくても、如月さんはきっともうすぐ帰ってきますよ。
You really think so?
はい、きっとそうです。あ、私いいこと思いついちゃいました。手紙を書きませんか、如月さん
What are
へ。
you gonna say to her?
早く帰ってこないと私がユーマさんを持って行っちゃいますよっていう手紙です。あのタンスから送りつけちゃうんです。
Seriously? I sigh in exasperation.
いい考えだと思います。そうすればきっと如月さんは飛んで帰ってきますよ。
You're that sure, huh?
はい、絶対にそうですよ。
She then turns around to open the fridge behind her. Only to slip and lose her balance. Whoa there! Quickly dive in to catch her. Kana immediately grabs onto my arm. Kana?
ありがとう。
She softly mutters her
大好
thanks.
きでした。私の大切な魔法使いさん。よし、
She then energetically hops back from me.
今夜もおいしいおいしいお夕飯を二人で一緒に作りましょうね。
Yeah, sorcerer. Why does Kana call me that? My mind seems to be asking someone beside me who isn't there. At that, I feel a tiny pain in my heart. Damn, they still gotta drive in the fact that Shinku's gone that long after it's actually gone. Huh? Dinner's over, I'm heading to the manager's office to wait for Mio in case she arrives back tonight. Wonder who that is. There's a delivery man ringing the doorbell. Ah, so it's a package. One moment. Delivery man stands at the door with a small parcel in his arms. It's Miss Natsume Suzu's present. Sorry, she's out right now. She left quickly after dinner, saying she was going to check on Kanzaki Toru. More specifically, she's gone to find and dispose of the book that's supposed to bestow her with those mysterious powers. Now go ahead and take it now for her, if that's okay. Take the parcel and sign as requested. Sounding like tonight's the final night that Kanzaki Toru will spend in this country. It's being stuffed on a secret ship and sent off somewhere far, far away. Suzu said that you needed to be there tonight to make sure everything went as planned. Thank you. Have a good day. Well, this package is certainly heavy. That's the name of an online shopping site Suzu frequently uses on the side. Probably just more books. A few too, judging by the weight of the damn thing. Huh? I look up. Do you need something else, sir? The delivery man hasn't budged an inch. Did you choose to pay on the delivery? Sorry, didn't realize. How much is it? I reach for my wallet. Then something tears. Huh? Feel a sharp pain around my stomach area. What else just happened? Look down and see something long and thin protruding from the right side of my body. It's a knife. Survival knife. Mine works out, but the delivery man must have stabbed me. Not good. There's a fatal wound. Wait, what? Wait, I didn't do anything. Delivery man suddenly seems to come to his senses before running off in a panic. My body falls lifelessly to the floor. What the hell just happened? No. I know what happened. I was stabbed, but why?
神はサイコロを振らない。
I make out a pair of legs amidst my blurry vision. This person is grabbing my hair, forcing my head up. Oh hey, she actually has a full... She actually has a full model. Kanzaki Toru, what are you doing here?
地下室はどこだ?
I grip the knife that's still stuck inside me. The world twists in front of me. I can no longer even see Kanzaki's face clearly.
地下室はどこだ?
What do you want to know?
壊す。柱時計よ。私以外に不思議な何かを持っているものすべてを許さない。
So I'll destroy it all, she said.
神様は私以外を特別だと認めないはずなんだ。魔女は来ない。少なくとも私が逃走したことに気がつく。あと少しの間、私が探しているのは地下室と如月ミオだ。 どのようにしたら私である如月ミオに会えるんだ。すべての不思議を壊す前にあいつを壊す。魔女を倒してから如月ミオに復讐しようと順番をこだわったのは正解だった。まさかいえ、地下室の使い方を教えてもらいたい。虫の息と言葉の力を使ってもろくに喋れなくちゃ何も聞き出せないか。
She relieves my hair and my head slams to the ground, stars flashing in my vision.
まあいい、自分で探そう。地下室も如月ミオも。
Wait! Reach out my hand to stop her, but it's an all too futile attempt. Please wait! She's long gone. My vision has left me. Now there's only darkness. I can feel the strength dissipating from my body. Still, I begin to struggle and crawl.
どうなってるんだあれは。
I hear Kanzaki Toru's voice as she returns. Can't see anything. I don't even have the strength to squeeze out any words.
あの地下室、柱時計だ。適当にいじり回していたら壊れたぞ。あのボロい柱時計は。
She has to be kidding.
おい、もしかして。まさかとは思うが。まあそうか。異世界。そんなものを信じた私がバカだったか。
This will be how we find out if he still has his healing powers even after Shinku's gone.
見事に担がれてしまったな。それならここに如月ミオはいるわけだな。あいつはどこにも行っちゃいない。お前が喋れないのなら他の住人たちに聞いてみることにしよう。
Footfalls soon phase into the distance. Then a scream resounds. One of my precious friends is pleading for dear life. I have to help him. Susan's not here, so I have to protect everyone in her stead. However, my body refuses to listen. I'm freezing. My body is growing colder and colder. Blood begins to seep from the wound on my stomach. No, stay awake, damn it! My consciousness, my mind. Can't let it slip away. I have to stay awake. Suddenly a thud. Huh? Here's something fall onto the floor next to me. Used the last of my remaining strength to open my eyes. Pages. It's a book. Let us open on its own despite there being no wind. The empty pages flick by one after another. Am I hallucinating? Eventually on one of the blank pages, slowly but surely, words begin to form and fill the pages. I can vaguely hear a person's voice.
これが私がお前に渡す
Okay, so now we know he needed a Deus Ex Shinku moment to actually heal himself. Miraculously enough, the very moment I hear that voice, all the pain instantly faded. I stand up, then pick up the knife lying at my feet. The wound in my stomach is gone. Along with it, the mysterious book. What just happened? It smells like someone just sprayed a disinfectant. I don't know why, but it's the smell that feels so wistful. Closing my eyes, I simply inhale that scent.
これで完全にさよならだ。お前の中の私は一つ残らず消えてなくなる。
How did I survive? Was that voice speaking to me inside my head? For some reason, I'm not all that confused by it. Thank you. Whoever you are, I love you. You're my most precious companion.
走れユーマ。願いを叶えて幸せになれ。私はずっとお前の味方だ。
I nod. The strong smell of disinfectant is no more. Without any further delay, I run. Are you okay, guys?
おいおいおいおい、これは一体どういうことだろう。死人が元気に歩き回ってるぞ。
Quickly scan the dining room. Shards of kitchenware are scattered about everywhere. Kanzaki Toru is tossed by the hair, forcing her head up. Exactly what she did to me not long ago. What the hell did you do? What do you think you're doing?
どうしてお前歩けるんだ。 さっきまで死にそうだったじゃないか。
Answer my question first. What the hell do you think you're doing to my friend?
如月ミオの居場所を聞き出そうと思ったんだ。でも誰もがみんな口が固くて。
Kanzuki glanced over to the floor where I see Kana lying motionlessly. Kana!
騒ぐなよ。ただ気を失っているだけだ。今のところは。だからそんな大きな声を出すなよ。
Ayumu was glaring at Kanzuki, his eyes bloodshot, since she has Tsukasa held hostage, though he can't do anything. Let go of Tsukasa right now.
嫌だよ。この子たちは融通が利かなすぎる。お仕置きしても喋らないし、仕方なく今私の言葉をこの子に吹き込もうかと思ってたところなんだ。
She pulls even harder on Tsukasa's hair.
私の言葉にできないことはないんだ。それを今証明してみせようか。さあ。
Kyo is stealthily tiptoeing towards Kanzuki from behind. For some reason, she's holding ladles in each hand. Then her face scrunches as she prepares to attack. No, Kyo, stay back.
なんだよ、邪魔だよ。
Kanzuki shakes Kyo off without even turning around. She then falls flat on her rear. You son of a... Right then, some snaps aside me, my blood starts to boil. Stop this right now. How long am I planning to stand idly by and watch as she torments my friends?
Yuma!
Don't worry. I don't care about her words or her god or anything else. I'm putting a stop to this once and for all.
何？そのナイフで私と戦おうって。
Oh, I completely forgot I had this. Toss aside the knife I'd been holding in my hands. Instead, I pick up a pair of chopsticks I find lying on the floor.
Yuma, そんなものでどうするの?
You know, I'm just really in the mood for disrespecting a bitch. Knife? Who needs this? I need disrespect. Words are all you got. If words are all you got, then all I need to do is turn them out. Pain. I stabbed the chopsticks into my eardrums. Inside my head, I hear something seem to break. Feel like I'm about to vomit. I have pushed them a little too far in. Fucking hell, why do I have to do this? Pull out the bloodstained chopsticks, then carelessly throw them aside. Hey, you mischosen one, whatever the hell you call yourself. Go ahead and try to order me around. I destroyed my ears so your words won't work on me. Go ahead, try. I want to see if I was right about your powers. Oh, sorry. Didn't hear a lick of what you just said. I hastily approach her, teetering and tottering with every step. Must have ripped into my semicircular canals. My sense of balance seems to be distorted. Don't move, just stay there. If you lay a finger on Tsukasa, then I'll... I slug her in the face. I'll give you a hell of a lot more than just one punch. Pull my fist back. My mind's too messed up right now to even care for the fact that I just clobbered a girl like that. Heave a sigh. Kanzuki's fallen to the floor and isn't even twitching. Fucking hell. I really feel like I'm about to vomit. I leave the rest to you. With that, I collapse. Why am I such a dumbass? Got too cocky. My head feels like it's about to split. My stomach feels awful. Slowly, I close my eyes. I can hear the tip-tapping of several pairs of feet racing around. Suzu. Hearing is at least slightly restored to the point where I can make out her voice. I open my eyes. Suzu is sternly staring into my face.
あんまり動かさない方がいい。鼻血が出てる。足先が脳にまで達したのかも。わか
ってる。Suzu screams through her tears.
しっかりしろ。今すぐ病院に連れて行ってやるからな。
Suzu, I'm not worried about it. I'll be fine, really. Just need to know right now. Confirm that the clock is alright. It'll still work. With Mio, you'll be able to come home. It's my only concern at this moment. Please, I beg of you. Someone go and make sure that the clock hasn't been damaged.
まだか。救急車はま
Suzu was holding on to me for dear life. It is actually kind of heartwarming to see her, like, in a legitimate fucking panic over this. After that, everything goes black. Now, no, everything is clearly white. Okay, now it's going black. Naught but a fleeting dream. I am here. Are we still not done? I was expecting to finish today within maybe, like, between an hour and 2 hours. It's so hot. I squint my eyes against the bright midsummer sun, not midnight. The doctors estimated it would take around 2 weeks for my ears to heal fully. Now my hearing is more or less back to normal. 2 weeks, they said. When I was brought into the hospital, my injury seemed to be grave, so when I asked the doctors why my ears would heal so quickly, they simply looked at my medical chart, shrugged, and shook their heads in confusion. Apparently the damage to my head hadn't quite been as bad as they'd initially believed. Though I still found that explanation to be a bit hard to stomach. And again, I guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. Which brings us now. It was so strange. For whatever reason, I didn't even feel an ounce of hesitation before doing that, despite how reckless it was. Feels like I knew subconsciously that someone would save me. Take in the roar of the waves. Listen to the soothing sound of the wind as it caresses my cheek. Desperately trying to think of who that person is that I owe my life to.
Yo, こんなところにいたのか?
Turn around, found Suzu standing there.
そんなところに座って何が見える?
Big blue sea in the horizon.
そっか.
Walks over next to where I'm perched on the breakwater and stretches her arms.
今日は病院で診察があるって聞いてたから様子を見に来たんだけど、なんだか邪魔だった?
Nah, I don't mind your company. Came to pick me up, didn't you? Thanks for doing that.
まあね.
For a while, she and I simply stare out at the sea.
神崎徹だけどな。その後を含めたあいつ自身のことを聞いてみる気はあるかな?
I guess. So your punch clean snapped her neck in half. She's fucking dead. This is a nod.
あの日、あいつが私たちの寮を襲いにやってきた日だ。
Suzu had kept Kanzuki locked away somewhere while she searched for the book responsible for her powers in the meantime. However, later that day, Kanzuki escaped by using her words to manipulate the people Suzu had been asked to keep an eye on her, commanding them to untie her.
少しあの子について調べてみた。あまり楽しい話ではないが、その生い立ちを語ろうか。と思っていたが、やっぱりやめとこう。
Why?
彼女に微笑みかける神様はいなかった。いや、いないと本人がそう思い込んでいた。あの子はとても寂しく辛い状況に自然と追い込まれていってしまうような子だった。一人きりだった。だからいつも神様に助けてくださいと祈ってた。でもダメだった。彼女を救ってくれる優しい両手は差し出されることはなかった。あの子はきっと神様は自分を見捨てたのかもしれないと、そんな風に思っていたんだろう。
So that's when you got the idea to become one herself.
神様なんて最初からいないんだと。
So that's when you got the idea to become one herself.
そう願ったのかもしれないな。だからあの本は彼女の元に現れたのかもしれない。そのようにして得た言葉の力は彼女に自分一人で生きていけるだけの自信を与えた。それだけで彼女には十分だった。誰にも頼らず一人でも生きていける方法を見つけた。たとえそれが徹底的に湾曲された自信であったとしても、彼女はそれでよかった。いいや、それまでどこにいても一人だった彼女はあの本を手に入れて初めて誰かと一緒にいることの喜びを見つけられたのかもしれないな。あの本を読んだ人間は孤独になりにくいようにできているから。とにかく今回のことで君に一つだけ言いたいことがある。もうあんな無茶は絶対によせ。一人になってしまった君はもう普通の人と変わらないんだから。
I'm alone? What do you mean?
ああ、
She knew
ど
about
う
the
いう
book.
ことだったか
She knew
な。
about Shinku.
私もよくわからないな。 今日神崎の本を見つけたよ。ついさっきのことだ。
Did you destroy it?
あ、だから今あの子は特別な力を失って年相応の非力な女の子に戻ってる。たった一人に戻ってる。
It's still trapped, Suzu
あの
continues.
子が持つ本を破棄する。本当はもっと早くにこうするべきだったのかもしれないな。でもこれは結果論のようなものだけど、あの子からあの本を奪えばあの子はまた一人になってしまっていて、とにかく反省してる。後悔してる。そうすればあんなことにならずに済んだかもしれないのに。
What tragedy?
地下室、壊された柱時計だ。あれからもう半月以上が経つのか。
Mirroring has more or less returned to normal, but I can't hear the sweet voice of the one I love most. Mio has yet to return. To be more precise, she can't return home. What Suzu told me, the damage to the clock in the basement was too severe. They won't be able to repair it.
ミオちゃんから手紙が送られてきたりはしないのか。
No.
そうか。時計が壊れたらあのタンスの効果もなくなっちまうのかも
I
な。
mean, that wouldn't make sense since the clock in the other world should still work, no?
腕のいい修理屋を探してはいるけれど、この世の中でどれくらいの人間があの時計を正しく直せるんだろうな。たとえ見かけだけでも修復できたとしても、それはただ時計としての機能を取り戻したに過ぎない。きっとあの時計を直せるのは管理人だけなんだ。けどあの時計が直らない限り、どこかへ出かけちまったままの管理人もまた帰ってこれない。
You've lost so much so that it hurts to think about.
なあ、
Yeah?
君、最近はよくここでそうしているよな。
Promised her. Mio. Promised that I'd keep waiting for her no matter how long it took.
そうか。
This place holds a lot of special meaning to the two of us. Sit here together and gaze out the horizon, eating lunch and maybe bickering a little bit from time to time. I can't help but think that if I wait for her here, maybe she'll just suddenly appear one day or something. That just keeps me rooted here.
私は先に戻ってるな。
She jumps down from the breakwater.
今日は私が夕飯を作るから早めに帰ってこいよ。
You're making dinner? Turn around in disbelief only to find that she's already gone. I'll have some food. Take out the lunch I made for myself. Ugh, tastes awful. Thought it was better cooked than this. It's gotta come down to the rings somehow. It's been several days since, and I've started coming here daily. Today it's raining. Teardrops splatter rhythmically against the ground. Curl up under my umbrella and gaze out towards the sea. If only there was someone to enjoy the sight with me. Another day went by, and you still hadn't come back to me. Today it's windy. I gasp as a strong gust of wind dashes my face, causing me to squint. It's all chilly out here. All I can hear is the roar of the wind. Another went by, and I still didn't get to hear your sweet voice. Today the sun is out in full force. Blood is disgusting. Put the lid on my half-eaten lunchbox after learning that my cooking skills have not improved one bit. Nobody is here to scold me for leaving so much food uneaten. I'm honestly tired of eating by myself. Today I just don't feel like going home. I began humming a song I overheard on the radio yesterday. However, a nearby parent and child hear me, and as they smile at me, I almost die of embarrassment. I told myself time and time again to move on, but to forget about it. But I can't. Whenever I close my eyes, I always see that smile. I can't forget. I just can't. And it's impossible. I don't know, something must be wrong with me. Wherever I go, and whatever I do, I always find myself searching for you. Through rain, through wind, through snow, through sun, I continue to come here day after day. There's no longer anyone to greet me at the dorm when I return. Everyone's left and moved on with their lives. I'm still here, waiting for you to come back to me. Oh. That implies that like, it's literally just an everyone's graduated at this point situation. Like, this man is an adult now, yet he's still staying at a student dormitory. Probably acting as the manager. The days go by, the weeks, the months. I only miss you more and more. Keep sighing, time and time again. Maybe it's time I just face reality. You won't be coming home ever. You're down, I know. Really do. But even so, it just hurts too much for me to give up. Slowly I close my eyes. Mio. I repeat that name again in my head. It's been far too long since I last said it out loud. That I sighed, telling myself one last time. Huh? Somebody sighed along with me. I look over my shoulder and what I see takes my breath away. There she is, the person I've been longing to see for so long.
Yuma.
Softly she murmurs my name. She stands on the sand, gazing out towards the horizon. But I don't know why, but the sunlight almost seems to be shining through her. Seems translucent. Something about that reminds me of someone who was once very dear to me. Can't be. Reach out my hand, but my fingers pass right through her see-through body. Maybe I'm daydreaming right now. Mio? I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly. It's been so long since I last talked to another human being. Just be able to understand me? What the fuck do you mean it's been so long since you last talked to a human being? I assume Suzu... Actually, no. Suzu probably has no reason to stay at the dorm now that the clock's broken. But I still feel like she would stay there and try to repair it and just act out of the dorm still. So she's probably still living there. So at the very least, he should be, like, interacting with her, no? Ziba continues to gaze out to say, Mio, I can't do changes anything. Why can't I touch you, Mio? I'm staring right at you, but you're acting like I'm not even here. This radish is gonna disappear again. So I call her name one more time. Mio. If you can hear my voice, then please, I beg of you. Please look at me. My voice quivers as I speak. Please don't disappear. Look at me, I'm begging you. At that moment, a bright flash of light, possibly from the sun, blinds me. I close my eyes momentarily to shield them from the brightness. Then, slowly but surely, I reopen them. Mio looks at me in shock. Her eyes flicker in disbelief as she stares at me. Yeah? I'll have yearned to hear your voice. I feel a lump forming in my throat. My words get caught before I can get them out. My eyes are burning. She trembles, tears running down her cheeks, and I spot some small shiny hanging from her neck. It's when I realize it was what caused that flash of light earlier. No way. Take out the object in my pocket. This object in my fist. This ring we won at the festival all those years ago. Yeah, I did. Never let it out of my sight. Maybe. No matter how far apart the two of you are, their mysterious power will bring you back together no matter what. Can't believe it actually worked. Even though they did, they sure took their time. They took way too long. Why'd they make me wait all these years for their effect to work? So yeah, it's been fucking years! Both of them are actual adults at this point. Wait, that is even weirder then. If I assume that he's still at the dorm as the new manager, since, you know, the old manager is kind of stuck in the parallel world limbo. So he's clearly still staying at the dorm. However, if he's not talked to a human being, that implies that he also, like, there's no students staying there. Which raises my question of how the fuck has he, you know, earned a living? Been on the verge of giving up so many times. I tell of all times.
夜店の景品だもの。
Of course, they're not gonna work perfectly, Mio
で
continues.
も不良品じゃなかっただけ。よかった。世界と世界をつないで合わせてくれたんだもの。十分すごい。
She laughs, reaching her hand out towards my cheek.
でもおかしいね。ほんの少しもユーマに触れられないの。
Yeah, how were we supposed to kiss like this?
キス。
She hangs her head as her cheeks redden. Mio? Why are you crying?
だって
Yeah?
ユーマとキスしたいよ。
Mio, the pain in my chest is unbearable. If only could wipe away those tears. If only I could hold you in my arms. And squeeze you tight and never let you leave my side again.
あのね、
She wipes her tears before
ユ
continuing.
ーマ、聞いてくれる？
Yeah?
ここでずっと毎日一人であの水平線を眺めてたの。どこまで行っても追いつけないあの場所がユーマとの距離感みたいに思えて、その大きな距離をどうにかして埋められたなら、空と海が交わるその場所を本当に見つけられたなら、またユーマに会えるかもって思ってた。だからずっとここでこうして遠い海を見てたの。ユーマと会える方法を、その道を探してた。
Me too. Been waiting here all this time for you to come home.
そうなんだ。
But yeah, this does. But the whole like clock broken parallel world travel doesn't work anymore. Has either there's either two ways this works. Either it literally just like opens a portal from there and you go there and that's it. Or the very room with the clock travels, which then raises the question. Because you can just, after someone used the clock to travel something, you can just go into the basement from the same world that they traveled from and just travel to another world. So clearly, the room isn't like, okay, I'm gone in this parallel world and just pop up in this one. So no one can access the one from homeworld, essentially. So clearly, every world has like an identical room with this clock. Which, if that room is straight up connected, means that in every world you would have access to the broken clock. So the manager, upon getting back there, should be able to, like, you know, notice that the clock is broken and repair it. No? Anyways. Oh, really? That's Mio's Mio's line. Yeah.
おかしい。二人はずっと隣同士で同じ場所に座ってたのかな。
Can't be my
た
eyes
だ
away.
目には見えないだけで、ずっと隣でため息ついてたのかな。
Can't be my eyes away from the tiny smile on her face.
本当はね、もうあなたには二度と出会えないかもしれないって。水平線、空と海とが交わるその場所で、あなたは待っていてくれるのかもしれないけれど、でもどこへ向かうべきなのかもわからないような、そんな曖昧な目的地になんか簡単にたどり着けるわけがないから。でもね、信じてた。ずっと信じてたの。不安になればなるほど強く信じようと思った。いつか絶対こうしてユーマと会えるって。どんなに遠くて、どんなに難しそうで、どんなにバカらしく見えたって、海と空とが混じり合う場所にいつか必ず行けるって自分の想像力を信じてた。
Imagination.
今は直接触れ合いもしないような。だけどこうしてまた会えたから、いつか絶対って信じていれば奇跡はこうして起こるから。だから絶対 またユーマと同じ場所に立てるって、その場所にたどり着けるんだって信じてる。
Gaze up at the sky, lower my head, look out towards the sea. Mio, shall we go?
行くって
How about
ど
this?
こへ？
I stare out across the wide, wide ocean before me. We go and find a place that'll allow us to touch one another once again. Each other once again. You and I are the sea and the sky, even though we appear to be right next to one another. In reality, we're so far apart. Still, though, even if we can't physically interact with one another right now, I'm going to keep my chin up and believe that one day I will be able to hold your hand once more. The closer we get, the further apart we get. So long as we keep pace with each other and stay together, then I know in my heart, one day you and I will make it to the horizon, to the place where sea and sky meet. As long as we have each other, nothing will stop us.
ユーマ、ずっと待っていてくれてありがとう。ただいま。大好きだよ、ユーマ。
I mean, technically not. Also, I see how people are like, oh yeah, it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. They are literally still stuck in different dimensions. Although both of them are adults, and I do not believe I know how Yuma has managed to stay alive for the past couple of years, considering that he doesn't seem to be working or anything. Like, work requires interacting with, you know, other human beings, and he claimed to have not interacted with human beings for fucking years at that point.
不思議。
Later that night, after we returned to the dorm, the halls are quiet and Mio and I are in the dining room spending some time together. At her request, the lights are off. On the table rests a single candle, its flame reflecting and dancing in Mio's large eyes.
本当に不思議だね。こちらから触れないのはユーマだけみたい。他のものには何にでも触れるのに。
Plus, far as we know, I'm the only one who can apparently see you.
どうしよう。幽霊になっちゃったのかな。
Doubt it. We're probably not quite in the same plane right now.
うん。
I can tell. Your eyes were so transparent when we first met, but now they're a lot more solid. I feel like I might actually be able to touch you now.
本当だ。ユーマが触ってるのかすかにだけどわかるような気がするよ。
She giggles. Yeah.
くすぐっ
But the thing is, seems like I'm the only one able to touch you when we're... It seems I'm only able to touch you when we're both wearing our rings. Both on the left hand. Even so, that fact alone gives me hope. All you need to do is wait and be patient, and eventually everything will gradually return to normal. Mio?
薬指。
She fidgets restlessly. What's the matter?
うん。
Mio suggests we do something special today to commemorate our reunion. A special event for the special day. So we bought this candle and exchanged our rings, sliding them onto each other's fingers. We looked each other in the eye and made a silly little vow to never leave one another. Since we did the ring exchange though, Mio's been acting sort of fidgety and nervous.
なんだかこれって。結婚するみたい。
Yeah, been waiting so long with this moment. Of course, not everything is how I would have wanted it. But even so, Mio, your smile's still here right in front of me. Thanks for coming back to me. Bring my face close to hers. The two of us exchange a vow in the form of a kiss, despite the fact that we still can't fully touch one another.
ユーマ、もう絶対離れないよ。
I know.
これからはずっと私たち二人一緒だよね。
Still rude how we're just gonna ignore how this ending just fucked the manager. Like, he's just stranded in another world. Never to be seen again, apparently. Anyways, I suppose I should update the ranking. Mio, Kyo, Tsukasa. Yeah, that's it. That's all, really. Not much else to say about that. However, there's something to say about what I'll be doing next. Because next will not be Kana's route. Next will be Yuzuki's route in Giniro Haruka, like I said at the start of Mio's route. I don't know why someone that, you know, missed that part would not know about it here, but now you do. And after I'm done with Yuzuki's route, we're gonna go back to Kana's route, and I'll probably start the poll for what game to play next at the start of Kana's route already. So don't be scared if after Yuzuki's route suddenly you see a what game to play next poll. I did not forget about IroSekai. I'm just being careful to do it in advance. So yeah. Anyways, I did not expect this to be so long, but hey, I now have a measure for how long Kana route might be once I actually get to that, except I will probably forget about this by the time I get there. God, I'm gonna have to fucking sense Giniro Haruka. That's like the one part that I'm not looking forward to. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye-bye. It's like 1:30 1 a.m. Jesus.